All right, what percentage would you say of people are like on Twitter actually upset that Kevin Durant is going to dribble a basketball in Brooklyn versus New York? Like, how much of it is real?
101. I'm outraged.
How much of it is real? How much of it is... I can never... As I've gotten older and further away from caring about this stuff a little more and more, I don't understand how much of it is just people trying to show how much they care or are actually upset on social media.
Well, there's some of it, like, I find it funny, like, just how bad the Knicks are, like, how bad James Dolan is as an owner.
Sure.
So, like, I'm not outraged. I can't imagine yelling about it.
Durant's not going to play next year, right?
No.
Okay, so then I'm confused. Like, if he had signed with the Knicks...
Yeah, but he's going to be there. He's going to lift them up in spirits.
I don't want to get too far into the weeds, but if he signed with the Knicks... He wouldn't have played next year, right?
No.
And he's like 34, whatever he is now?
That's true, yeah.
I'm confused. Like, what is... But everyone's just... It's just never, like, the faux social... I don't know. Well, what? Twitter is annoying me this weekend anyway, because I'll admit, like, you get 2 or 3 people tweeting at you and you get triggered. And I was a fucking blocking machine this weekend. I blocked, like, 3 people.
I mute.
I mute a lot, but I haven't blocked people in years. I blocked, like, 3 people this weekend. I blocked that fuckhead, and I blocked the other fuckhead and the other fuckhead. Because I was like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Who's the one guy who was somebody else before? You know what I'm talking about. The Capote somebody or
okay.
you know what I'm talking about?
I think so.
Yeah, he's just one of these guys. And you're like, if you have, just attach some humor to it and I'll play along. Like, can you at least try and be funny?
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if they were knocking on your door every day saying, hey, you're an asshole. It's
yeah,
like,
it's
why
like,
am I dealing with this?
I'm okay with it as long as you're... And by the way, speaking of being funny, Blind Mike took so many fucking victory laps this weekend for that first joke of his that he thinks nobody got. We all got it. Like,
I didn't say nobody got it.
It wasn't that. You're like, oh,
I never said that.
That flew over everyone's head. That was like that. I heard you say that. You did.
I'm a thinking man.
What was the joke? It was...
I said, nice to hear everyone today.
Yeah, it wasn't that. It really wasn't. You're blind.
Well,
like, it
a lot
wasn't
of people said it was pretty brilliant.
No, nobody laughed. I think
I'm a thinking man's comic.
All right, fine. So we have a lot of shit to get to today. We have some stuff to pick through from Friday. Obviously, some Barstool shit in the news, which is not great. Something in my old station I thought was interesting, and then your usual insane world is ending stories. We'll get to all those in, 10 seconds, 15 seconds? What are we doing? Because we have no ads this week. An ad-free week because it's 4th of July week, right?
I think get your man taking the holiday. Get your man taking the holiday off. Excellent. We'll be right back.
I'm listening to Kirk Minihane's podcast.
Sports and show business.
Kirk Minihane, who is apparently a derelict of some kind.
That is Kirk Minihane. No one more controversial right now in the sports talk world.
That's what I'm talking about. Sport!
Kirk Minihane, what kind of thug are you?
Yes, well, he is white hot right now.
The head. I also want to say something about Kirk Minihane because I like him.
Kirk is like a sports genius who everyone hates.
No. We'll do it live. Fuck it.
All right, where to start? Mike, where do you want to start?
I don't know. I'm pretty interested in this Francis thing.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. Whatever you're thinking, boss.
Well, I think we'll get there in a second. I do think there is some residue from Friday, which was a bloodbath, I think, on both ends. I think I got more than I gave, I feel, in retrospect. I feel apologies are in order. I didn't get one. No big deal. Doesn't matter to me. I have a thick skin. I can get dumped on, which I did sort of endlessly for that hour. I didn't even listen to it because I knew it would upset me so much to go through that kind of verbal beating. But Steve Robinson... brother of Ben Robinson, program director of the Kirk Minihane Show, and now the owner, by the way, of, I'm going to say, I was followed by Ben Robinson 20 times this weekend.
That was my favorite part
on Twitter.
Is that on the surface, all Steve really did is say, hey, could you not talk about my parents? And it resulted in 15, at least, parody accounts.
Yeah, surface, I would say.
Yeah, there's deeper levels to it.
But Steve was very quiet over the weekend.
Yes. Yeah, mistakes were made. I did some reflecting.
Go ahead.
Took some long walks down the beach.
I'm going to take the L on this one.
Well, why didn't you reach out to me over the weekend? Why didn't we have a talk about this?
I figured we'd save it for on air.
Okay, go ahead.
Kirk Minihane, I am sorry.
Continue.
I'm sorry for the way I handled the entire episode.
Not enough.
I'm
you sorry for those? Are you sorry for those jean shorts that you're wearing? Are those jean shorts?
Jean shorts.
Those are short.
They're like
I can see
material.
I can see a ball. I think those are short. Go ahead.
Daisy
continue.
Dukes.
Go ahead.
And going forward, I'll try to be better.
Okay,
I'm just going to stay in my lane and produce the show.
This is disappointing. It's well played on your part because it puts me in a weird spot. Did you speak to Ben over the weekend?
I did not.
Is that really true?
Yes.
Are you just saying that now? Are you wisely saying I'm not going to?
I didn't talk to him about it.
Huh. Where'd you go wrong? Where did you do wrong?
I think from the text message to the all of Friday show, basically in there.
All right. Why were you quiet over the weekend? In terms of just usually I texted you a few times, ideas. You seemed like
we texted and talked on the phone.
We talked briefly on Friday. I sense that you were having a tough weekend, no?
No, I was busy getting ready to go to Europe, man.
Oh, top priority. I didn't want to get in the way of that. Sorry, I apologize. Okay. All right. Well, fine, I guess. Fuck. Mike, what do you think?
I got a little nervous, too, because I didn't hear from Steve as much over the weekend. But I said, it's the weekend. Maybe he's just kicking his feet up.
So that was you made the mistake. What was the biggest mistake again? I need to get this through my head before we move on.
The big mistake was saying anything to you about the content of the show except for suggestions.
I disagree with that. I think you could have said to me, as we said, you could say, listen, I have an issue with this off the air. We could talk about it. I'd probably bring it up on the air.
Exactly.
But you could talk about that stuff.
All right.
I think you hid behind your brother.
Okay, I think that's fair.
As your brother hid behind many soldiers in Iraq. Again, what? We're working on that. We have the crack investigative team on it right now. So is Ben not somebody who does Ben have a sense of humor?
Yeah, he has a sense of humor.
Would he have listened to Friday's show?
I think if he did listen back, he'd probably be a little bit more in on the joke.
Really?
Yeah.
He said that Mike Greenberg is one of the great comedic men in broadcasting.
All right. So I guess, does that mean we're done with this? We're done?
Seems like it.
That's disappointing. I was hoping for sort of.
Did you think I was going to quit?
Well, round 2 was always no, but I thought you were upset, and I was kind of hoping that you were upset and felt aggrieved or something, so I could beat you up some more. But now that you're coming in and sort of lying on your stomach, I'm not really sure what to do. It's disappointing. I have to talk about other shit. And I thought maybe we could just blow through this for a half hour and then do other stuff. I can only pretend to be upset so much that somebody wants to be called X instead of Mr. or Mrs. This life is too short. What was the feedback in your world, Mike?
Mostly. Well, Steve got a real bashing.
Strongly negative.
Strongly negative.
Yeah, it was tough.
People loved the show. There were a few people who thought it was produced. They said, obviously this is a fake fight.
Well, sure.
I think from sitting in here.
Mark Moroso said that it was contrived drama.
Did he really?
I was like, Mark, I wish.
It's amazing how I keep bringing in producers who are willing to contrive drama perfectly. It's strange. At some point, someone's going to say no.
Brilliant actors.
Yeah, Jesus. I didn't see a lot of that. I heard a lot of...
no, I didn't see much.
I saw plenty of you're an asshole, and I saw plenty of fuck Steve. It was the usual... The feedback was massive, by the way. Jesus, for a Friday in the summer.
The Minifan thread that we have on our Twitter account that you talked about on Friday.
Which I jumped into, by the way.
Turned around on me pretty quickly.
Oh, Jesus.
Within an hour, yes.
First of all, that world is fucked up. What? Are you part of that, Mike?
A little bit, yeah.
So I looked Saturday night. I looked through it I never really looked at it. I looked at it for a second. And it's weird. It's stalkerish. These fucking psychopaths.
Yeah, I'll read it, but it moves too fast for me to even catch up on. So I don't contribute.
There's 11 people there, and it's a 24/7 chat.
Well, how does I don't even know. So you know better. How does a chat work like that on Twitter?
We created it.
You did.
So yeah, we just found all of the troll accounts that were favorable to you and created it in case we ever needed to weaponize it for some reason.
Sure. Is there anybody who is been banned from it yet?
I don't think so, no.
There's been discussions about banning people from it. I think someone added Mark Moroso.
He's in it?
I think he runs.
Get rid of him,
I think he runs one of the troll accounts, and he added himself.
Okay.
How does that work?
Oh, you have that access to it?
I see what you're saying.
Yeah. So I think if you're in it, you can add other people to it. So I think he runs one of the anonymous.
So here it is,
accounts.
the Minifans. Yeah, Jesus, it doesn't end. I mean, look at this. You got. I don't even know who this is. Somebody needs to start an anti-Carabas fan club. There needs to be some movement to cut his nuts off.
Yeah, there's a big... People hate Carabas.
Jared Carabas is blocked.
They're just taking instructions from their
leader.
You're
right. Somebody from Saugus must have shit on Carabas. Then it's a bunch of Steve stuff. It doesn't end. Dave and Florence Robinson, Steve, I can't get a hold of Benjamin. Tell Flo and I can... I'm sorry, that's funny. I don't care. That's funny. DEC is very active in it, too. Does he have a fucking family?
Yes,
Sunday at 4:56. Couldn't have been. It's like raining out.
I never really thought about that.
Kids inside.
Jeez. Yeah, and fairly young kids too, under 18 for sure.
It's funny though. Anyway, I enjoy a good fight. And I think Steve, you had to know this was inevitable, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were you? Did you feel like you held your own?
I mean, I was here. I was there talking.
That's true. It's so weird. I'm caught up now in this. This is how it works. But people now love you again. They're going to love you. They're going to hate you. Blind Mike right now, they love him. They're going to fucking hate him.
They're going to despise
in 3 months.
Yeah.
And you're like, what does he do? What is he doing on the show?
I will notice that throughout the 40-minute fight, I could see the cogs turning in Blind Mike's head, and he was like, yeah, Steve's probably gone after this, so I'm going to start fucking pigpiling on Steve.
I like the Blind Mike. How dare you question my truthfulness, my honesty? How dare you call me a liar? He's all of a of a sudden he's like this avenged lord.
After 2 weeks, decency, man, have I not earned enough?
I mean, I was like, what the hell are you getting so upset about? That really pissed you off.
It did. It bothered me in the moment. But I can also see if I was in that position, I'm dragging anyone else with me.
But if you listen back to the beginning of it, you do say something along the lines of like, I was just making it up.
Well, I think
That's what you should do.
Maybe,
but it was misunderstood.
I think what you were trying to say was, don't give him the whole.
Don't be specific.
Don't give him the whole gallon.
Don't be specific and then go, hey, let's not talk about that though. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Like Mike says, what's his buddy's name? The prisoner. Jesus Christ.
Pete.
I was going to screw it up.
You're trying to trick me.
Like Pete said that Mike's mom's attractive. He didn't go into how attractive she was.
Yeah, right.
No,
he sent me pictures later, but that was it. I can't believe she visited him that many times. Jesus. Oh, sorry. No, I'm sorry. That's not right. That's not right. I apologize.
I don't go for those jokes.
I saw a picture of a woman on the Minifan thread that claimed it was a picture of Mike's mom. Is that true? I'm serious.
I don't know. I didn't see it.
You don't know? Well, I know you didn't, Mike.
Well,
I don't mean that way. I mean, I know.
I don't know if it was her. Right. I didn't.
But it's a weird. The whole thing is weird. You forget because I hadn't been.
Those are your loyal fans.
I understand and I love them, but I forgot. Having the show in a year and a half or so. And then my podcast I did for a while, which was fine, but was not the kind of thing that was going to be like this. You forget what it's like when people are paying attention. I don't know. I feel like there's as much buzz on this as I had in the old show. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Who the fuck knows?
I think so for sure. At least on social media.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be. I have no way of telling what's different. I don't know. Anyway. So, all right. So, Steve apologizes. I do apologize for. If I should apologize for something, Mike, what would you say?
Well, I thought it was very funny, but a lot of people thought that when you said his brother was a pussy and you hope he gets deployed, people thought that might have been over the line.
Did I say hurt?
No, you didn't. You were very specific about that.
I think you should.
You just thought it would be a character building experience
for 100 years.
Right?
Yeah,
100 years in the Iraqi desert.
I
probably shouldn't
have said. Fuck his kids too. That in retrospect.
Again, I thought it was
having
funny.
children. It's funny in the moment, but what's the gain of that really? You know what it is? It makes the audience entertained.
I think my favorite part was when you told Kingpin Pete to tell prisoners that I molested a 12-year-old.
Yes,
and you wanted to beat him over the head with a broomstick.
Yes, I did. I considered it. I did consider it. Oh, was I mad? Jesus, was I mad? But then I wasn't mad after.
You just got to get it out.
Yeah, but I think it lingered with you.
It was an interesting experience.
Did you speak to your wife about this?
No, I just said you probably don't want to listen to the podcast.
Oh, okay. Did you speak to anybody about this?
No. Well, I talked to Blind Mike. I talked to DEC.
I mean, somebody outside of our world.
Getro Man. Getro Man reached out.
What did he say?
He said, "Hey, how you doing, buddy?" And I was like, "I'm okay." I was teased on a podcast.
Yeah, but you were but I could tell you were upset. Your face was red. Your arms were crossed. You were ready. You were upset.
Yeah, I mean,
okay,
I had never been in like the hostile radio experience where your boss is screaming at you for 40 minutes.
Just the boss's wife. What?
What does that mean?
Nothing. I'm just saying as an example. Don't write that down. This is a podcast. We can say what we want here. That stays. All right. So maybe we'll get back to that later. Steve is. I mean, when somebody falls on a sword like this, what are you supposed to do?
Yeah.
I accept your apology. That's fine. Do it again, though. Don't do it again. Do it again. I would like to hear more from Ben, who is, becoming a star on social media.
Yeah, I think you should send us his notes and after every show.
So Callahan is in here tomorrow?
Yes.
Oh, Christ. Okay. Just Callahan, right? Nobody else. No Moroso.
Yeah, I don't think he's bringing anybody else.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Moroso thing wound up working out for us. We had some fun with him. We played that terrible sound or whatever. The Curtis Tone sound wasn't bad. And then never really, as usual, nothing came out.
He's plotting his next move.
Yeah, it takes him a while. He's not one of the great minds in history.
You can never tell when the devil is going to pounce. You know, you can never tell when he's around that corner.
Oh, I've got you fooled. You're lying low in the weeds. That's when he attacks. You can't. When you battle the mastermind, you can never let your guard down.
Yeah, no.
He'll fuck you just like that. All right, so a strange week at Barstool. We had our stuff on Friday, obviously. All the crazy stuff over the course of the week. With the people not dressing up, which I hadn't watched. I hadn't seen any of it until Friday on, I don't know if it's on YouTube or it's probably on Gold. I don't know where it is. They kind of give you like a 40-minute thing of the week in Barstool. Have you seen this video?
Yeah. Stool samples or whatever.
Yeah, weekend review essentially, right?
Yeah.
So I saw how some of these people dressed up. Did you see this, Steve?
No, I didn't.
They look like us. They look like Mike, honestly, or me. Or you, like a lot of them.
Were they at the awards?
They were at the awards, which they have inside of Dunkin' Donuts in Queens, I think. And they like we went over it all last week. It's really nice. They do a nice job with it. They clearly put a lot of care into it. Portnoy looked great. Erica looked great. Looked like all the girls looked great. A lot of the guys did, but some of the guys dressed like fucking like unbelievable slobs. It was bizarre. Like I wouldn't go to like in here like this. This is an upgrade over that. So that happened. Portnoy killed them. I think one of the people he destroyed was Francis, right?
Yeah, he said Francis showed up underdressed and high out of his mind on edibles.
Take those 10 fucking comedy specials you sold.
So he dressed up for his comedy special and then changed into like shitty clothes or something, right?
Yeah,
I heard or something. I don't know. So, I mean, I don't know him, Francis Ellis, right?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
I don't know him very well at all. Like a year ago, I didn't know him at all.
Yeah. He doesn't know you, apparently, from your appearance on Barstool Breakfast.
Well, no, he wasn't on that day.
Oh, no?
So I was going to say, so he actually reached out to me on direct message a few times over the last month or two, and I backed to him, and I started listening, and I think he's actually a pretty funny guy.
Yeah.
Not as funny as you, Mike.
Well, you are.
Any observations over the weekend comedically that have come to mind?
I said, what's the deal with Ovaltine? The jar is round, the mug is round. They should call it Round Tea.
Okay. I guess not. So,
when is your comedy special, by the way?
Yeah, you got a solid 2 minutes
I gotta be
right
next.
now.
Yeah. Well, this kind of I'm sure you don't want to get into it, but I had an idea for Barstool doing more comedy specials, and Gaz pitched it to Portnoy right after all this shit happened, and Portnoy was like, "Absolutely not."
I'm sure after the success of the first one, they're gonna love it.
Yeah, right.
What do you mean, like all the guys do like stand up?
No. I had an idea for Barstool taking on guys that that can't get Netflix deals for various reasons, but have audiences, and then producing specials, like kind of getting into that world. But the first one they did was Francis, and Francis doesn't have a comedy audience. He has the Barstool audience, so it didn't do very well, I don't think. So
does Mike know that I left and got a drink of water during that story?
I told you wouldn't. I told you wouldn't be interested.
Or was he just yapping away? So it's guys.
Idea. Where do
what
we
you're
invest?
saying is it's guys who don't quite have Netflix deals,
right?
Oh, okay,
right.
Gotcha. So guys who aren't quite good enough for Netflix. Or
no, not. There's various reasons.
Yeah, no,
there's various reasons you
continue.
can't quite get a Netflix.
Why don't you do sort of a side podcast on that? Can you do that? So I didn't see on Friday afternoon. I was getting all this social media still from the fight, and everyone's saying it's great, or you suck, or you're an asshole. Somebody tweeted me something like, "Hey, you're going to address this," and it was a screenshot of the story. I don't know how to pronounce her last name. Mackenzie, is it Luke? Lueck? I don't want to screw up her last name.
I'm not sure.
Okay, so we'll find out what it is. I don't want to screw that up. So I just saw a picture of I guess the story that he wrote that was deleted. Do you know how long it was up for?
Before Portnoy even saw it, I guess.
Like a minute?
Yeah.
5 minutes? It doesn't even matter, right? Once it's up, it's over.
Yeah, sure.
You got people.
Internet's forever. I mean, just like Reamer's column, they took that down, but I just found that.
Yeah, hard. Especially when you're in Barstool now and you've got targeted people. I've been there trying to take you down. So this girl had been missing, as Utah college student, had been missing for a few weeks. The guy who killed her, I guess, was just, obviously the psychopath. But so it seemed like the day that they found the rest of the guy who killed her, somebody used her social media account and liked something on Instagram.
Yes.
Right.
So I guess Francis took that as sort of good news or good sign, which I can understand. Seeing that, saying, okay, that's a reason for optimism. Say you're a family.
She's alive, right?
And
she's going to be found because she liked something on
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah, but I can see. Look, if that's your sister, or God forbid, Steve, somebody kidnaps your brother and chops his fucking head off and leaves him for dead somewhere. Just God forbid, and somebody likes one of his anti-Kirk Minihane tweets on social media, then you might say, oh, there's a reason for optimism.
Yeah,
that's not going to happen. Obviously, of course, the man's a hero. He's like MacGyver.
Yeah, just hypothetical.
Yeah, totally is a what if. So I could see why somebody would think that. But boy, I got to say that Ellis made quite a leap here. So he wrote this. Did you guys read this story?
Yes. I saw screenshots. I didn't get to read I couldn't find the whole thing anywhere.
So it confused me. It was Friday night, right? Friday night? I was confused when I read it the first time. And I read it again, and I sort of did like when you're sort of confused, and then you sort of take a stroll around social media and you get things sort of explained to you.
Yeah.
That helped. But I don't really understand the reason. And he fell on his sword. I mean, and said he fucked up. He deserved to be fired. I don't really understand the reason. He wrote the story, which is essentially talking about her and how she likes call her daddy. And the headline refers to as a sugar baby?
Sugar daddy.
Yeah.
She has a sugar daddy.
So she's looking for a sugar daddy.
This weird, it sort of makes her look, I don't know, cheap. right? It makes her look like she's...
Yeah, there were some cheesecake photos, too,
yeah,
of her bent over.
Right?
Yeah.
And the picture of her with her shirt off or something. Is that right?
I mean, I could see the elements of it that appealed to him. Like, you know, sexy pictures of a young woman and, you know, Call Her Daddy podcast.
I guess. But you know when you write that story, honestly, you write that story if she's found, and then she comes around and she's like, says she's friends with them, and she's in, not the joke, but she does some appearances. And,
yeah, she's on
like,
Call Her
You got
Daddy.
to kind of wait. Like, this is... And by the way, you have no idea if she's alive or dead at that time. I know you think that's a good... I don't get it, and I am not a fan at all of firing people, suspending people for free speech or whatever. But there are times you have to do it, and I mean, you know, I know Barstool took a lot of shit over the weekend for him posting that.
Yeah.
But I guess I would look at it this way: so he posts this, it's dumb. They take it down immediately. They fire him. Like what? And then he says he made a mistake and apologizes and says he deserved to be fired. Like what? And what other? I mean, maybe it would happen to other companies, but can you handle it after the mistake much better than that? The cleanup after the crime? I don't know.
I think the surprise is that Barstool would fire anyone for things they say, for jokes they make when they know it's a joke. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. Where,
you don't think he should have been fired? That's okay if you don't. By the way,
I really don't.
Oh, go ahead.
I think he was fired because it wasn't funny, though. That's the thing. It was an attempted joke.
I don't. But go ahead.
I think he was fired because the comedy special didn't sell. Yeah. Then the thing at the awards show.
I don't think so.
And then this. I think he was already on thin
So you think
ice.
if he had a hit comedy performance and he posted this, he'd have a job?
Well, yeah, I think if PFT posted something like that or Big Cat, they wouldn't be fired.
What's your take on it?
My take is I don't like firing people for free speech. For speech, I'm just not for it.
Yeah,
I hate it, but I also understand now in 2019 that there are lines that they could fight for us. Like they'll fight for us over dumb, like turd to tone, dumb shit.
Yeah.
They'll have our back all day. I think if they tweet out a picture of her and said, "Wow, she's hot" or something, they probably wouldn't fire her. But I think to get into sort of embarrassing her and suggesting that she's sort of loose or whatever.
Yeah.
When she's dead, that they find that she's dead that day. I think I'm not sure I'm comfortable having somebody who's capable of doing that in my world.
Yeah,
I think.
I mean, obviously,
ironically, like in a weird way, it's not in any way similar, but it's also not dissimilar. Ironically, for tomorrow to the Callahan situation with me, which I'll get into, in that he did something that was so strange that you're like, geez, do I want to have this in my world? Of course, I'm having my world for next month because Steve's fucking traversing. But you know, I don't know. Do we have the actual story, Steve, or no?
What do you mean in the actual?
Do we have the actual Ellis story in here? Is his?
Yeah. That's the Daily Beast story, the one that we talked about. Where they link to your video.
I'm saying they link. We'll get to that. But do I have the actual Francis story itself?
No. I can pull it up.
Okay, do that. Go ahead, Mike. But do you understand where I'm coming from, or no?
Absolutely. But I guess I'm looking at it from like Francis's perspective, where say the girl didn't. We're looking at it in hindsight. If the girl was totally fine, would Francis still be fired? You know what I mean? Where it got taken down immediately.
Right.
I can see a suspension, something like that. And I get,
well, that's what I thought was,
I get where certain lines
happen.
have to be drawn.
Yeah.
But I think the firing came more because of it was Francis rather than, I think there was a build-up to Francis getting fired is what I feel like. And there was the stuff last year where he had political stuff. Me and Steve were talking about that.
The Kavanaugh thing.
He had political stuff get taken down. Where it's like there were too many mistakes made by Francis.
So I guess my question
is,
if I posted something exactly what Francis posted under the Kirk Minihane Show banner.
Gone. I'm gone. By the way, I'm gone too, probably.
Yeah.
You know, we're probably both gone. Yeah, I think so.
So I won't do that?
No, don't do that. But I think that's the kind of thing where, I don't know. Like, it's also, I look at it as, where's the upside?
Yeah,
like where
that's the thing is it wasn't that funny. It didn't. I mean,
wasn't that funny.
What I saw,
it wasn't funny when I read. I remember.
Right.
I mean, you know, and again, I reached out to him Friday. I said I felt bad. He seems like a really nice guy.
Yeah,
who made a mistake. God knows we all make them. If we're defined by our worst mistakes professionally, we're all fucked. Most of us who have any guts. So I feel bad for him. He's going to have to eat shit for a little bit. But then I think, you know, will he be back at Barstool a year from now? I have to say I wouldn't be totally stunned, honestly.
Yeah. Or even just, like, he'll still have comedy fans. Like, fans in that world that will support him, I would assume.
So that's the other weird argument now is sort of like, he's a comedian. So in the world of comedy now, I don't know. You know, I remember a David Spade joke from, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. I was watching it one night. He was doing a stand-up special. And he said, you know, the oddest thing about JonBenet is when you look at her, she's not really that hot. Which is a funny joke, right?
Yeah,
I mean, that's indisputably funny. Mike, I should ask you: is that a funny joke?
I sign off on it.
I'll have to check with Ben.
Can you tell that joke today if somebody like that is missing?
No,
right? You just can't.
No,
but you know, it's sort of like that he doesn't think that she's. It's all bullshit.
I mean, the humor of the joke rests on how absurd it is. To
Correct.
say that
Right.
And that's my defense of Francis is I think you know. jokes come from the same place, whether they're funny or unfunny. You know what I mean? Like Francis was trying to be funny, regardless. It wasn't it wasn't a serious think piece he was writing.
But that's the weird thing about it is that if we can find it. Like, there's not a lot of humor.
I've got it right here. Do you want to read from it?
Yeah, let me see it. There's not a lot of humor in it, though. Am I wrong? Did you think, Mike?
So do you think?
No. I mean,
Francis
it's not my thing. It wouldn't be for me. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah. What were you saying?
Is
Steve?
Francis better or worse than Louis C.K.?
Worse.
Worse as a person? Oh, Mike's
not as a person.
Mike's is much
as a comedian.
Worse. Much worse. I can't wait to have the Mike Louis C.K. episode when we have Louis C.K. on.
That'd be great.
Oh, where'd it go? But that's not her, though.
Two guys supporting each other.
All right. Yeah, thanks. Okay, so let's start with something meaningful. If anyone has seen or heard from Mackenzie, please contact your local authorities. This is a story. She's been missing for a week, but now the Sisters of Alpha Omega have reason to hope. Mackenzie's Instagram recently liked a post on @fatherless. What can we find on that account? Why your traditional hodgepodge of pro-feminist massages and body-positive methods of refueling one's automobile. Kind of not safe for work coming. And then it's a picture of a girl filling up gas in a thong. Okay. Then another one, the fatherless thing. Cool account. Let's get back to Mackenzie if we can. As it turns out, the young lady frequents sugar daddy dating websites, including seekarrangement.com. Initially, the police said they did not suspect the foul play was involved, which is good news. But now they're saying no comment to the foul play question. They're digging around the neighbor's backyard, and it wasn't looking good until the Instagram like popped up, which, thank God, was seen immediately by our sisters of Alpha Che Omega. We won't break up the bubbly quite yet, but it's nice to have a glimmer of hope in this otherwise horrific ordeal. I had some digging myself. Here's some other things I found out. There's a video of her, Sugar Baby. I actually met Mackenzie 3 or 4 weeks ago at a bar. It was kind of revealed to me that she was out seeking arrangements. He said this, so he's criticizing some guy. I then checked her Instagram. This must be her Fiesta because 222 followers is pretty weak for anyone in the sorority. Point is, she's a huge CHD Call Her Daddy fan. Woohoo, I'd love to see Alex and Sophia discuss Mackenzie's plight in their next episode, provided things turn out well. Thoughts and prayers. And that's really it. The headline is college student Mackenzie. Honestly, the headline is sort of...
The headline is worse than the article.
I agree.
Like.
College student Mackenzie, I don't want to mess up her last name again.
I think it's Luke.
Luke, I think you're right. Fan of Call Her Daddy and proud Sugar Baby. Still missing. Sorority sisters hopeful due to a recent Instagram activity. Francis posted that at 2:56 on Friday. So I think, honestly, like, if the headline was college student Mackenzie Luke, fan of Call Her Daddy, still missing, sorority sisters hopeful due to a recent Instagram activity, as opposed to fan of Call Her Daddy and proud Sugar Baby. That's kind of that's sort of what buries him, I think.
Yeah.
So I got to be honest. Reading it again, is there anything in that particular story that is, to me, like, hugely offensive? Not really.
Yeah, it didn't make me laugh. But if we're going to get rid of every Barstool writer that doesn't necessarily make me laugh, then what are we doing?
Right. No. Yeah, I'll feel bad for the Thornton family. But I would. But I'm kidding. Obviously, we love Gerry. Thank you. I'll take. I like Gerry. I'm kidding. But I don't know. It's strange. So. When I saw that, when I read the story the first time, like I said, I'm not really sure. I thought when I saw he got fired, I was like, holy shit, I must have missed something. But I guess the headline here in the Daily Beast is Barstool Sports slut shames Mackenzie Luck, murdered 23-year-old female college student.
I didn't get that vibe.
I mean, you want to argue that the headline, the Sugar Baby thing, is that, I don't know, is that slut shaming? Is it?
I don't think so, no.
I mean, so I don't know.
Shaming. There was nothing really shaming about that. It was just kind of using.
It's just it's just a story that, like, there was absolutely no need for it to be written.
Right.
That's what I would say. And there's no upside. There's just no upside.
Do you want to hear Portnoy?
Yo, his video fire. Go ahead. This is Dave Friday night.
Okay, real quick update here for the Stoolies. We always try to tell you what's happening here at Barstool. This is very real. I just had to fire Francis. Francis's time at Barstool Sports is over. For those who don't know, he blogged today about that missing Utah girl who was found killed. She's been missing for like 2 weeks. He blogged about it, I think, 3 or 4 hours before they actually found her. And Francis did think that she was going to be okay for whatever reason. I guess she liked something on Instagram. Regardless, just an absolutely insane move to talk about this subject, try to make any sort of light about it. He put it up and deleted it before I even knew it existed, but damage is done. You just can't do it. I mean, imagine being a family and reading it. In the scheme of life, obviously, Francis is a talented guy, and he'll be fine, so I wish we didn't have to fire him. We do. All thoughts and prayers, though, are with the family, but Francis just can't do it, and there's certain things I can't justify, I can't stand by. I thought about suspending him, just never letting him post anything, but you joke about a girl who's been missing for 2 weeks and ends up brutally murdered. I know he didn't know it, but and I know he meant well with it, but it doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. He can't have it. Barstool can't stand behind it. Can't think that way. Just ridiculous lack in judgment that some things you can't bounce back from, at least not Barstool. This is one of them. So again, I'm sure he'll be fine. Thoughts and prayers with the Utah family. And it sucks, but in the scheme of life, this is a nothing compared to the real story. So that's that.
We've killed Dave to turn up the TV a little more during that. Jesus Christ.
He's on vacation. He likes a little ambiance.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
So it sounds like any joke whatsoever about that situation would have been bad in his perspective.
Well, I think any joke about that situation while it's ongoing is bad. Like but that doesn't mean you should be fired either.
That was my problem.
So I got to admit, I'm sort of on the fence on this one.
Yeah.
I thought about it a lot over the weekend, and I understood where Dave and Erica and Barstool's coming from. I totally understand it. Like, the timing is awful. It's stupid. It's short-sighted. It's not funny. There are plenty of reasons, I guess, to fire him. But at the same time, it's a comedian who you pay to write kind of dumb shit. He does that, and then you fire him for it. I'm not sure.
My only problem with what Dave said was when he said, I know he didn't mean it, and I know he didn't know, but that doesn't matter. And it's like, that does matter. That should matter. I don't know. That should matter a little bit, I think.
See, I don't know, because that's where it gets tricky for me. If he's not aware, if he doesn't know, the writing about that while it's ongoing is not that means he's a fucking idiot. Like, and I don't think he is. So no. I honestly think he seems like a really nice guy who saw the story about the like on Instagram and made a really dumb leap into thinking that she was going to be okay.
And he thought it would be shocking and edgy, probably.
Yeah, and he's sort of celebratory, but I don't know, the pictures of her and honestly the headline is absolutely what buried him. That's totally what I imagine, considering he posted it, he must write the headline. Right?
Yes, we write the headlines.
Right? Yeah, you write the headlines.
I mean, how is this going to affect us? Because usually when we post,
that really is the most important part of the story. I agree. How it's going to affect your blog post going forward?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I don't. Would you ever write this?
No.
So if this girl was missing, let's say this girl was missing, and you found out, or was and she was a huge fan of our show, and she liked stuff, and she was a fan, and then there was a like on Instagram.
The only way I'm blogging about it is if you're the person who kidnapped her,
right?
Like every single blog I've written is exclusively about Kirk Minihane.
No, saying she's a big fan of the show. Say like she's a fan of Call Her Daddy.
No,
you still would say
you leave it alone.
No, I mean, that's a weird.
Can you imagine if I called, hey Kirk, this kidnapped girl who's probably dead? Guess what?
Well, so that's
my
other question is, how does it work there? Like, so there are some people who have free reign and some people who don't, because he got his. They were kind of joking around about it in the afternoon, right? The editor, who's the editor?
K. Marco.
He was sort of joking around about it, right? Said his privileges were taken away. So how does that work?
My understanding is that full-time bloggers can post whenever they want. I thought, but
that's been your experience so far.
I mean, I click post on a blog post and it shows right up on the front page.
Yeah,
right.
So I think
typos and all.
I think the part-timers have to like submit it. At least that's what I had to do when I was writing, and like I know that's what like certain people in Boston had to do when they weren't in the office. They had to submit it.
Yeah.
So that's probably what K. Marco checks is the part-timers.
So if you're in charge of Barstool, right, Mike, you're in charge of Barstool. Mm-hmm. This happens. And now you're a company, you're owned by somebody else, and there's controversy lately and all this stuff, and there's things that you let go, and there are words you're allowed to say and thoughts you're allowed to have. And the line is a lot more freedom than just about anywhere else. Yeah. And this happens. What do you do?
I'd suspend him for 2 weeks and maybe say he's not allowed to post himself anymore. He has to submit for X amount of time, but also say, look, people at Barstool have said a lot of dumb shit. A lot of shit that people think is fucked up over the years. So when a guy makes a mistake, we're going to stand by him.
So that's the thing. You take his job away, right? And I understand it. I do understand it. But what's the difference? So if you suspend him for 2 weeks and say he can't blog without supervision for 9 months or whatever, like what was it? Is the feedback going to be any? The people who hate you are still going to hate you.
Yeah, like, but it gets people off your ass a little bit.
What are the negative consequences of keeping him around?
Yeah, like that's what I mean. I'm sorry, right? So like, what's the difference? So this Daily Beast guy, if they suspend him for 2 weeks, as opposed to fire him, they fire him. They're still going to hate you anyway. As I used to say at the old place, we had this guy Bob Murchison who was chasing us down all the time. And they'd say, well, maybe you shouldn't talk about this issue or that issue. And I would say, well, why? He's going to fucking go after us anyway. Just let us be ourselves. And I don't know. But, to be fair, we have the Francis statement here, right?
I can pull that up.
That's okay. I mean, he essentially, he's like Steve this morning. He essentially fell on the sword and was like, yeah, I fucked up. I deserve to be fired. It was stupid. So
earlier today, I read the story of Mackenzie Luke in the New York Post. The article highlighted a development in the case that Luke's Instagram had shown activity as seen by her sorority sisters. This was thought to be a hopeful sign. I then read an article from People that said no foul play suspected. That article was published 3 days ago, and carelessly, I assumed this meant Mackenzie was fine. Finally, I noticed from her Instagram that she was a fan of a podcast produced by my now former employer, Barstool Sports. These were the factors that compelled me to write about the story.
Okay. I mean, yeah. So he fucked up the people thing. I mean, he fucked up. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's I hate to say I actually see both sides of it. I probably would have done if I were Dave or Eric. I probably would have done what Mike just said. I would suspend them for a month or whatever. Say you're gone till Labor Day. See you later. You're not being paid.
Yeah.
If you want to come back, come back. But there are different parameters now because we just can't trust you. With
You have
this
to dress
account.
up, shirt and tie every single day.
I mean, because essentially, like, you know, we can all joke around and say, and that's kind of what Dave was saying the other day. Like, hey, you have as much freedom as you want. You can do this, you can do that, but it's still a company. Like, it's great that you can blog shit, you can have fun, but you still have to have your fucking brain in your head. Like, would you have posted that, Mike?
No.
Right,
but
that's what I'm saying.
It's not really my.
No,
you know what I mean?
I understand that, but that's my point. And so most people wouldn't have. So there has to be some punishment for that. Now, that being said, you know, if there was no feedback at all, like they're reacting to social media reaction, I think.
Yeah,
that's
a little
the other
bit.
thing, right?
But do you think there's anything to my theory of that if his special did well and if he dressed up for the award show?
Maybe he gets suspended then. But
Yeah.
I mean, this is, you just can't, you can't. Like, especially when it's a woman and all the usual suspects come out and beat the shit out of you. It's just the upside. I don't know. I thought, I have to say, whether you agree with fire him or not, like companies I've worked with in the past, this would have been the fucking
easily,
debated, like bringing lawyers and debate. Should we suspend him? Should we fire him? Oh, no. Then bring him back on. Have him apologize and do it again.
They'd publicly flog
sensitivity training.
Sensitivity training.
The whole day off. It's going to be delayed
thing.
broadcast all day long while we do sensitivity training.
That's the thing about Barstool is they'll let you have this debate, whereas at your old place, at your old place, it wouldn't ever be discussed.
Oh, we'll get to that place in a second because I actually have another deleted story we want to get to. But, of course, the Daily Beast story, this pisses me off. So this guy, is it Robert Silverman? Is that right?
Yes.
Writes a whole story about this stuff and has a history of hating Barstool. And I saw his Twitter account retweet everybody who said how disgusting Barstool was and praised his own story. One of those guys. So he talks about the whole thing and talks about how Barstool hates women and they slut-shamed her and all that stuff. And then gets into the history of Barstool and says they're still a political company. They still do political stuff. And they link to our promo where we talked about the how much pandering can one side do in the Democrat debate.
The quote is, some Barstool employees, though, do have license to dabble in political comedy.
Okay. So, all right. Whatever.
That's what we call good press.
Every knock a boost.
What I love about that is, and I actually messaged this guy and said, hey, if you want to call, I'd like to have a conversation about what you wrote, or if you'd like to come on the podcast. I think I wrote as well. No response from this guy.
Of course.
They're never going to happen.
It's very surprising.
So, my thing is that's fine. Like, I'll stand by that promo all day long. First of all, I don't even think it's political. I think maybe it is, but we're just making fun of pandering.
Yeah.
Could have been any topic. It happens to be the topic of the day. But it's interesting to me that guy would never link to, just for an example, would never link to my discussion with Sabia, right?
Yeah,
the lunatic
exactly.
guy who hates Trump. Or he wouldn't put a link to anything we did with Sue. Or he wouldn't link to the video of me shitting all over the straight pride parade guys. Like, it's,
of course not.
Like, they want that's what gets me going. Is like this selective stuff that I've dealt with now.
You're
for the last
a crazy
couple.
right winger. So
Yeah,
Exactly.
Right.
They want to keep Barstool in the basket of deplorables.
Right. So I could say this. I could do 3,000 interviews where I beat up people who are bring them in time. Like this weekend, I thought Trump was sitting there praising this fucking dictator who has murdered thousands of people, murdered his own thing. He's a fucking scumbag. He's, if he's not Hitler, he's, 3 steps below. One of the worst guys in the world. Trump's got his fucking arm around him, telling us what a great guy he is. That's fucking disgusting. But, you can do that all day. You can bring in somebody, you can yell at them. But these guys just they're not interested in the truth at all. They have an agenda. No. They're going to bring it around. And the truth is, like, a guy like Silverman is happy when Francis writes something like this. That's what bothers me.
And to spin it as you're this like right wing guy, they had to look for that because the other stuff that you named, like the straight pride parade,
that's
and
all there.
That was more. Not only was it there, it's more popular than that. That
right.
pandering thing, we probably got 1,000 views
Maybe.
or whatever.
We just did it as a joke.
The other things are much more popular
right.
to make you look good.
Yeah, but I don't even like. It doesn't even. Like I said, I'll stand by that promo all day because I think it's funny. I think it's funny, and we're gonna make fun of it again in a couple of minutes. It's
almost 5,000 views.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Fuck you.
I'm sorry.
Jesus. Sorry we're not, blindside pods.
Well,
we're doing the best we can.
It's not my stand-up video, but it's...
that's true. How many did that get?
Like 20 or something.
Wow, look at that.
Yeah.
Jesus, look at you.
More than Francis's.
How many times did you refresh and check that?
It was a well-cut promo.
So that's I love that. So it becomes, you're now part of this thing, which, look, I'm happy. I'm proud to work here. I think they handled the thing Friday, whether you agree or disagree, like super professionally. Places I worked with to fuck this up every which way but friggin' Sunday. But I love that. They're like, political comedy. Like, they have an issue with Trevor Noah's
like
political...
Dennis Miller.
Trevor Noah's political comedy or Colbert's? Of course not.
But how did Barstool come to be like the villain of left-wing media?
I don't even understand
it's
that.
It's the weirdest thing.
Because they don't bash Trump, so they must be in favor of... You know what I mean?
They don't bash
they don't take any stance.
They're completely apolitical.
Right. The people who hate us have now painted Barstool as a bunch of like college white guys. And that, of course, is supposed to be this horrible thing.
A fraternity house.
Yeah, right, which, by the way, they have no idea what the percentages are, if it's black or white or male or female. Right. They have no clue, but they see, white guys wearing Saturdays for the Boys shirts, and they act like they're scared. It's stupid. And this guy's your typical pussy who won't come on with us and have a debate, and instead he takes shots at us, cheap bullshit shots, and, and they're happy. A guy like this is happy when that shit happens. So, I don't know. I wish I had a better opinion. So Mike thinks he should be suspended. I probably agree. I got to come. I think I'm around with you on that one.
Yeah.
What would you do, Steve? You're a Portnoy.
I probably would go for a suspension too. I don't think I would have fired him because again, he's a comedian. He's got to be edgy. You give.
It makes you wonder what.
It
makes you wonder what it's going to be like now going forward when somebody has. Do they just?
Because now a line has been drawn. Like a guy's been fired, so there's a bar set.
Is this a first?
As far as I know, I can't think of anyone else that's gotten fired for a joke.
Yeah, it's strange. I don't know. It's obviously the timing is awful. The story's awful, but So we'll see what happens. I predict a year from now he'll be back at Barstool. That's my prediction. We'll see.
They spent like $5,000 on his piano.
I know
for the comedy specials.
You're probably right. That's probably why he got fired.
It actually contributes. It contributes nicely to his comedy routine.
Let me hear
the Harvey Weinstein song. That's where he really shows off the piano skills.
Is it funny or no?
It's kind of funny.
Okay, go ahead.
I was a boy. I dreamed of being a movie star. Pretty women on my arm, and I'd drive a fancy car. I'd sign autographs for kids, wear my sunglasses at night. Floor seats at the Lakers, fly to Vegas for a fight. A tower of movie scripts, parts written just for me, and I'd read them by the pool in the hills of Beverly. I'd have agents go to war for a couple million more, and every single door would have swung my way if Harvey Weinstein had been gay.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Took a while to get there, but it's funny.
Yeah, I think it's kind of Francis' style. It's a long build-up and then there were
lots of long
not that much of a payoff.
Okay. That wasn't bad.
No, but that's the thing is I think Francis is too young to have a comedy special anyways. Like, he's only 29 or 30.
Oh, look at you.
He probably should have waited a
while.
Wow.
Well.
Is there some unwritten rule in the world of comedy?
No. Eddie Murphy shouldn't have had one when he was 21? I mean, what?
I'm saying his audience is more built off of being a blogger than a comedian. Like, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't even know what the show was. What was it? The comedy special. Like,
I think he does stand up first.
Yeah,
it was
at
the
Wilbur. Yeah.
Was it really?
Yeah, I think he does.
Sell out?
As far as I know, yeah.
I give up, man.
You could hear people laughing in the crowd.
True.
I felt bad for him though, being a guy from Maine.
He was from Maine?
Yeah, Maine Harvard guy.
This was going to be like the Red Weekend for people
Friday.
from Maine.
For Maine Barstool employees.
What did Ben think of that joke right there?
I'll have to ask him.
Yeah, okay, good. Or you're going to say, Mike, you have an age limit now for your ageist about comedians.
No, it's just that Francis built up an audience as a blogger, and people don't know his comedy. So I think it's not fair for Portnoy to be like, well, his comedy special didn't sell. It's like, it shouldn't have.
Let me hear 15. Let me hear Mike judge Francis' comedy. Go ahead. Number 15.
I jerked off on a plane recently.
He's got me all right.
That's fine.
Didn't have a choice. Had to do it. And I'll tell you why. I was hungover. And guys know that when you're hungover, the only way to return to being a functioning member of society is to get that demonic hungover sperm out of your body. That shit will burn a hole through your brain, cause you to do evil things, and then it'll leak into the sewer below. and spawn NBA players. I don't know.
Yeah, it's fine. But yeah, like with a few more years, he would have been benefited.
Not exactly, good to hear you guys today. Or was it? Nice to hear.
That was it.
What was it?
Something like that. Good to hear.
They take, I was with my parents both when they died, and Mike right there just taking shots, and I was so offended. I was so upset.
I was nervous about that until we.
Well, I was going to say,
thank God we had the first 40 minutes.
Yeah, I was going to say the parent
cleared the nerves.
Yeah, I couldn't jump on you about that.
Yeah.
Although I made fun of that myself several times. To be fair, before we get to some other stuff, let's play something else that's going to make me laugh. Let's play some. Can we do some bad baseball from the weekend? What do we have?
So we've got a little bit of the British play-by-play guy.
Are they as bad as the American play-by-play guys?
No, they're just very excited.
More fun to listen.
They were very much enjoyed this baseball game. I've got some Yes Network stuff, and then I've got the American broadcasting.
We have the Red Sox play-by-play,
yes,
right? Okay. Yeah. What are we playing first here?
We could go with Cut 20.
First of all, I have to confess, I did not watch a lot of.
Shame on you.
I was up in the great state of Maine with my son Harry. So we didn't watch a lot of the Red Sox.
Laying flowers at the graves of Steve and Francis Ellis.
We were there with Ben over the weekend. It was great. Ben, of course, ordered for us. Ben orders for us. So I didn't see a lot of this. I guess
it was a historic occasion.
I guess Saturday's game was like fucking 20 hours, right?
Yeah, it was.
Did you watch it?
I watched most of it.
And you're a big Yankee fan, right?
I am a big Yankees fan, so watch my boys.
You're rooting for your Yankees? Big sweep.
Yeah.
They're in control.
Embarrassing John Henry all over the world.
I love that, too. Because I had a big issue with the Red Sox in my old job. I fucking hate them. I hate John Henry. I hate Linda Pizzuti. I hate Sam Kennedy. And people are like, yeah, they're fucked now. Like, I'm like, yeah, they're fucking billionaires. Did you see a plane they were flying in? I'm like, yeah, I'm sure they're really that upset. Like, it's really killing them. Go ahead. So what do we got here?
So this is the Red Sox. This is at the tail end of the first game. The announcers talking about the debacle.
The Red Sox announcers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not exactly sure what we're showcasing.
That's Buck, right?
It's been amazing. I mean, this game you don't see. No, this is confusing if you're tuning in for the first time and you're thinking,
are the players fucking each other or something? Like, what's confusing about
the 30 runs a game?
Because there's a lot of runs?
That evens the count to 2-2.
Enough.
My thing was, I get why it'd be cool if you're in London, but I'm sitting on my couch. Why am I supposed to care what country they're
They look
playing?
any different if you're watching? Like, really?
Yeah, no.
Didn't look exactly the same, right?
Oh, wow. They're not in Boston?
But Buck's like, I heard this all weekend, too. Like, boy, what it must be like for these Londoners to be at this game. I'm like, this is not that. It'd be like me going to a soccer game.
Right.
Which is not that confusing. I mean, baseball has been around. Like, people in London are aware of Major League Baseball.
They wanted you to believe that London was in like pandemonium over this. Yeah. Whereas like if AC Milan came and played over here, we'd be like, okay, whatever.
Yeah, a certain quadrant would be really excited to go to the game, but it makes it sound like it's like, like you're not going to like, they'll understand what's going on. Like it's like a gladiator thing. Like tigers are eating these people. Like it's a fucking game.
Yeah.
Baseball has been around a long time. There's fucking baseball in London, for Christ's sakes.
All right, this is the British broadcaster, very excited at the end of the game.
Go ahead.
Chapman rears back, drills one in, and there's another hit brilliantly taken by Gregorius. Will it be a double play? Yes, it will. That is fielding of the highest order from the New York Yankees shortstop, Didi Gregorius.
Why does it have to be a London call?
They sound smarter.
No, but I'm saying why? Like, what network is that?
I don't know. They just had their local,
guys,
their local guy. Yeah, if you're watching it on TV in London, you're getting, I guess you're getting it in a language you can understand.
It's just confusing. And I'll tell you, people, it seemed to me that a lot of people had Francis's back when he got fired.
Mm-hmm.
He had a lot of fans. Like, which I understand. I've had that happen, which is very nice. Just tying in with the Red Sox and Barstool. Can somebody explain to me, like, I know I make fun of him. I actually get along with him pretty well. Can somebody, maybe you can, Mike, somebody explain the level of Carabas hate? Oh. Why does everyone hate him so much?
I don't know.
I think you've signaled to your
is that what it was?
I think you've let them know.
I don't know.
I
feel like it's deeper than that.
Character.
I like to think I have that much influence, but there's real hate for this guy.
Well, there's something to the fact that you've kind of created a world where any fanboy is going to get trashed by your fans, certainly. So that plays into it a lot. And Carabas has such highs and lows. Like, he's either screaming about David Price and how excited he is about, or if you ask him about anything else, it's like, well, I don't know.
But I don't feel like that's like, he can't, like, I know he's an adult. He's gone through puberty. I'm sure he has like hair in his balls. Like, there's no way he's really cares that much.
No, he can't.
Like, I know he's playing a character. It's going well for him, and he's making a nice living.
Yeah,
but he can't. Like, he's full of shit, right? Like, he doesn't.
I would think so, but then if you talk to him, like all he really knows is baseball, So
what a weird existence to live. Like he doesn't care about movies or books or TV or anything.
No, not to my knowledge.
Jesus, do you have this? What's this?
Oh no! Oh no, Hubs! It's good! It's a fucking tornado!
It's fucking June. The team sucks. Like what? I hate him too. Fuck him. I hate him.
I'd really like to see you and like if the Red Sox are in the playoffs when Barstool does those electric chairs or whatever. I'd love you there with Portnoy and Carabas.
I see those in like Feidelberg, and they act like they're all excited. Like someone's like, "Come on, yeah, fuck yeah, we're back in this one, motherfucker." Like, what are you doing? What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, I'm a sports fan too. I grew up. I love sports, but like that is.
I have buddies like that are at that level, and it's uncomfortable.
That's what it is. It's uncomfortable. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Like, I don't know. I tried to think the last time I was that into it, that excited about a sporting event.
Yeah, I don't know that I ever have been.
I mean, maybe as a kid, certainly as a kid, but like, play Carabas again? What the? Now I'm gonna fucking hate him. What? So what? Well, hold on.
Oh no!
Shut up, Jared. What is this?
This is a video posted to social media. It's his reaction to the tying home run
on Saturday.
That the Red Sox did on Saturday.
So that came way back, right?
He jumps on Hubs and attacks him.
It was this game. This is the first inning.
This is the first inning.
So the first inning 6-6. Of a game in June for a team that's like 10 games out of first, right?
Yeah, but it's in London. Okay?
But it's in Europe.
Yes.
So he hit a home run to tie the game.
Yes, in London.
Okay. And it's like, and then this is a game.
8 innings to go.
Okay, so I'm just trying to get the context of this right. Carabas, who is in his 30s now or no?
I think so, yeah, because he's older than me. Yeah, so he's got to be.
He's in his 30s. He's almost the age that Jesus himself was when he perished. Or Bruce Springsteen was when he wrote The River. This is his reaction to this home run.
Oh no! Oh no, Hubs! It's good! It's a fucking tornado! It's a tornado! It's a tornado! Oh my God, the Ice Horse! The Ice Horse! Oh my God!
The people. Who's he talking to?
Hubs.
Who's that?
He's another baseball writer, big Yankees guy.
Okay.
Like, imagine if you and Carabas are buddies. Imagine if you invited him over to watch the game, and he was doing that in your home.
He's also in the video. He's jumping up on Hub's back.
I like Carabas. I actually like him. I like Carabas.
Me too. Yeah.
I actually like him. I just don't. I don't understand. Maybe I do understand the hate now.
Well, you loathe the Red Sox.
I don't even really anymore because I'm gone. I'm free of it. I don't care. I just hate. I don't hate like Mookie Betts or anybody. I hate John Henry, who's a pandering fuckhead. I hate Linda Pizzuti. Although I'm not getting away with love. That is what
it's obviously a very sexual relationship.
Oh my God, it's just dripping.
Yeah,
and I love Sam Kenny, great guy, wonderful guy, not a total fucking asshole at all. And Dabrowski's a great guy too, great guy.
And what does he think about sideline?
What do you got there? What are you showing him?
I got a little Roman wipes. You talking about Pizzuti? Got me thinking about it. I got some Roman wipes. You want
those real Roman wipes?
Yeah,
I've never seen those.
Want one of these bad boys?
Yeah, Mike.
I've never seen one either.
Let's go.
I was just asking what Dombrowski thought about sideline reporters. I didn't have anything.
I have no idea. It's an odd question to ask.
I just brought it up randomly.
And then the other story I saw this weekend from there was
keep this.
They're like Mookie Betts and Meghan Markle are like 90th cousins or something, so everyone was all excited about that.
Pete Abraham wrote a lovely story.
I saw that. What a loser he is.
Quite a moment.
Pete Abraham, who's in case you don't know, was a writer for the Globe. Blind Mike, and this might have been an initial part of our friendship or whatever, was our mutual hatred of Pete Abraham.
Pete Abraham, yeah.
Who's a fucking total asshole for the Globe, total bootlicker, total loser, total dick. There's one guy on Twitter once said he didn't like David Price, and Pete Abraham said he's a member of the Klan. Just a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
And because Mookie Betts and Meghan Markle are like 30th cousins, he wrote about it or something.
Yeah.
And I saw somebody tweeted at me this weekend. I don't follow him, but he wrote, "A year ago I wrote this story about Meghan Markle and Mookie Betts. Today they met. What a world."
What a magical day. No, they met and they stopped and hugged.
They stopped and hugged. Yeah. And I'm stealing from my old partner, my great friend Gerry Callahan. This is one of his old bits, and it's true. It does make me sick the way they treat these fucking like queens and kings. It's so fucking silly. It's so fucking silly.
Well, they got a lot on their plate.
Yeah. I mean, this woman is married to this guy. She's effectively a slave. Like, she can. If my daughter said marrying the Prince of England, I'd be like, "I'm taking you. We're fucking moving somewhere." No, you're not. That's a fucking hell life. You don't have a. They don't even have last names. They have to have like 90 kids. Like, you don't get to do anything. You have her career is gone. It's
just public appearances for the rest of her life.
Yeah, that's it. And when they live in this weird castle and you get security, it's so fucked up. So they went to the game and she met Meghan Markle. We don't have the actual meeting, right?
Well, no, the audio isn't really good of the actual meeting. That's just kind of, people laughing and joking. But we have Cora talking about what an honor it was.
Let me hear the beleaguered manager of the Red Sox. Go ahead.
Alex, the team met with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle before the game. What was that like?
Stop. That's Ken Rosenthal, I think. I'm going to guess Cora's answer. He's going to be like, you know what? It was crazy. It was a fucking train. Like, we all went to fucking town. I hate to be this graphic, but I mean, we're talking every fucking hole. And Harry was fucking right in on it too. This guy's a fucking, showed up too, Camilla. She is a fucking clown. It was a fucking sex fest. There's more cum on the fucking floor in that locker room you've ever seen in your life.
Is that what he said?
Is that what he said or no?
It's pretty close, actually.
Okay, good. Let me hear the answer.
Alex, the team met with Prince Harry and Meghan Markle before the game. What was that like?
I got to be honest with you. In between instructions and be polite and say the right things, I was very, very nervous. I haven't felt this nervous in a while, but it was a great moment for the team, for the organization.
Why is that a great moment for the organization?
And we were pleased to have it in the clubhouse.
Yeah, and getting swept. Yeah! Yankees! Jesus Christ. He was that. Why is that great for the organization? To meet Meghan Markle.
Oh, no!
Because they've had a dust with royalty now. A brush with royalty.
Like, how is that going to help the team's like bottom line? Like, I mean, look, Cora's a fucking baseball manager. He doesn't know any better, but like,
yeah. Well, also, what else is he going to say to that question? You're like, I don't know.
Yeah, she seemed nice.
Fine.
That's true too. They're probably like, oh fuck Christ, like, geez, we got to do this. But I love those questions, Ken Rosenthal. I think that's who it was, right?
Yeah, it was
another guy, by the way, who hates me. That we're lining things up. He, after the Aaron Andrews dust up, said he would never appear on EEI again. He was so offended by it.
Great loss,
douche. But yeah, imagine asking that question. What was it like? Explain to me what that was like.
All right, we got another Ken Rosenthal question.
She's a human being. She has two arms, two legs.
She was polite.
Yeah, she's attractive.
She walked away.
Polite.
She'll never think of me again.
She's well kept. Her husband seems like a nice guy. We said hello. My hand touched theirs. Yeah, we shook hands. Like I shook somebody else's hand yesterday.
Tell us more about that.
Who's not called a princess? The stupidest fucking thing ever. By the way, in this world, in this PC world, I just read this morning in Wimbledon, also taking place in that country, they used to say, until this year, they would say, when the women played, if it was, say, Venus Williams versus, I'm trying to think of a non-Williams female player. I don't know, whoever. Jennifer Capriati.
That was a good one.
I think she's retired. But it would be like, game Miss Williams or game Mrs. Everett Lloyd if she's married or whatever. They're getting rid of that now. And I say to that, thank God. Because I was not going to watch the women's.
I wasn't comfortable.
I was not going to watch the fortnight at Wimbledon until they got rid of that terrible thing. Long way of saying, in this Me Too sort of, we're all in our... Why are we continuing to prop up this weird royal family? I don't get it.
Because Pete Abraham creamed his jeans watching them hug.
Can you imagine him sitting there with that notebook? Wow. His big boner.
His jaw drops.
Yeah. He's been there. He's fucking the worst job in the world, by the way. He's going from London to Toronto. I would rather be with fucking Ben Robinson and fucking dirt in Kuwait.
Loser.
Who? Pete Abraham. Oh, okay. They're both losers in different ways. But fucking Pete Abraham, like, sitting there being like... and by the way, do we have the actual relation of Meghan Markle and Mookie Betts? Like, aren't I related to Mookie Betts? Like, if you do it enough?
Yeah.
Like, what? And who looks that up anyway? Like, what the
Pete
fuck?
Abraham. He Googles
He look up every single player's lineage?
When he's done looking up David Price's wardrobe so he can buy the same sneakers as him.
Look at this. Jesus Christ.
Jim McNiff, an amateur genealogist from Burlington, Mass., discovered the link between Betts and actress Meghan Markle.
Psycho. How? I never understand.
It went back to ancestors 150 years ago in Alabama.
It probably started as a racist. They had two black people. They must be related.
So it goes back. Is Meghan Markle? Oh, she's half.
It says their
mom's black, right?
They also had a connection via a 1920 marriage between Betts's great uncle and Markle's great great aunt.
Oh, what the fuck?
Can you believe it?
So what cousin
are they? What a small world.
Such a huge coincidence.
What cousin are they?
So it sounds like they're like related in a couple different ways. But I would say they're like, what?
That would be like seventh cousins or something?
Sixth or seventh cousins.
But aren't I like, I mean, if I looked it up, am I that way to like, I don't know, whoever, Kenny Loggins?
Probably.
Like, have you ever done an Ancestry.com?
No, I hate that. I have no interest in that. Have you?
Yeah, after you do it, it pops up. I mean, you get an email once a week saying,
why did you do that?
You've discovered new cousins. Oh, we got it for free to dunk on Elizabeth
They've just got
Warren.
your DNA, though, now.
Yeah, in retrospect, they've got
so
my
you
DNA.
just spit in it and send it back or something?
Yeah, you like swab your mouth and send them the Q-tip. But we got it for free through one of those DNA companies just to make fun of Elizabeth Warren.
How it was all over
after she
Elizabeth
took
Warren,
her test out.
So I don't, so Pete Abraham, that's from Pete's story? Did you have that or no?
No, this is yeah, it is. It's from Peter Abraham's story. Yep.
He was all fucking excited, like my big vision that I wrote about these people being.
Do you think he nudged someone and quietly said, "I did this"?
This is me. This is my work right here.
There's a twinkle in his eye.
You know, Mookie Betts, who I've interviewed a couple of times in spring training. Every year we'd go down for spring training and do the Red Sox. It was the fucking worst week ever. Hell. I hated it.
You always seem very happy.
I hated it. I hate the Red Sox. You have to go down there and pretend to talk to these boring players who don't want to be there either. Mookie Betts seems like a nice guy, as empty as the day is long. Probably was like, oh, okay, that's kind of cool. Like, all right. And she was probably like, oh, and then they left, right?
Or even they might have been like, oh, that's interesting, and then never thought about it again.
But for Pete Abraham, this is like, this is his equivalent journalistically of like a reporter getting somebody freed who murdered people. Like this has happened because of me.
This is the third line of his story. It all came about because of a Globe story published on May 7th, 2018 that revealed Betts and Markle are distantly related.
Breaking news.
I like to think he ended it with like, and it just shows to show you kids out there.
If you work hard enough.
Anything is possible.
If you really work hard enough at this job, you're not going to believe the things that can happen. A baseball player, a guy who hits a ball with a bat, and a woman who one day decided to become a princess are related. They are? God, they're brother and sister? They didn't know about it? No. Oh, they're what, first cousins? No. They're 14th cousins. You're not going to believe this. In Alabama in 1812, his great uncle and her great aunt got married. It's just like, what the fuck?
Betts gave Abramson a pretty good comment, though. It's pretty cool it happened. I didn't think I'd ever meet her, but I did.
Wow. That sounds about right.
And apparently the Red Sox and the Yankees both gave their kid a Red Sox onesie and a Yankees onesie. Oh, I'm sure those will be worn. I'm sure they've got them on right now, right?
Jesus Christ.
Young Archie.
Is that his name?
Yeah.
I hate those kids, too. I hate those royal kids. I fucking hate that whole family. I have to admit. The only guy I like is Charles. Because Charles is like, you know what? This broad's crazy. Like, I like her, and I don't like the other one, so I'm going with her. Oh, shit. What was I going to say? Fuck. Oh, so we interviewed Mookie Betts like 3 or 4 years ago. And my partner, Gerry Callahan, was like, Pearl Jam's original name was Mookie Blaylock. Because Mookie Betts' name is Mookie, obviously. So Mookie Blaylock's an old NBA player. And Mookie Betts was like, I don't know that. And we're like, oh, you didn't know that? He's like, no, I don't know Pearl Jam. What's that? I was like, you've never heard of... you never heard of Pearl Jam?
I was going to say, what did you want him to do with that great Mookie Blaylock question?
Well, I think about what are you going to say? What the fuck are you going to say to Mookie Betts? Like, I'm going to give Jerry a pass.
You could be real original and ask him about bowling.
Yeah, that's what I mean. I think we did that. And I'm like, you've never heard of I'm not saying you've never heard their songs. Okay, that's weird. But you've never heard the name in your life?
So if Mookie's here right now, what questions do you ask him?
I would ask him about Meghan Markle, I guess. I don't know. I have nothing. He seems like a nice...
How much of an influence was Pete Abraham on your life?
He seems like a nice enough guy that's, I don't know. To steal Blind Mike's joke, how did you hit 330 last year with Pete Abraham's, friggin'
dick in your mouth?
Dick in your mouth. No, it wouldn't work that way. With your dick in Pete Abraham's mouth.
Yeah, right.
Yes, that's hard to steal bases that way.
Can we just look at the numbers?
Exactly. But isn't that weird to you that he's never heard of Pearl Jam?
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's a little
like,
strange.
I'm not saying, again, like, it just, but maybe you run the world.
But he's like my
28,
age, so I guess it's not that weird.
Really?
Yeah.
But you've heard of Pearl Jam.
I have, but I'm an old soul.
That's not Mookie Betts has like lived in an area or world where Pearl Jam doesn't exist. He's been, I don't know. It just seems. I remember a couple of years ago, I was in a line somewhere, and Bob Dylan was playing. It was a supermarket, and there was a girl working there, and the music was playing, and the guy in front of her was trying to talk to her, whatever. The girl at the cash, she was like in her 20s. The guy's like, you know what that is? Singing? She's like, no. He's like, that's Bob Dylan. She's like, oh, is he famous? And I was like, I don't know how do you answer that question? I'm old. Young people mystify me. I don't get that. Do you know any Bob Dylan songs, Mike?
Yeah. The fucking Jimi Hendrix one. The one that Jimi Hendrix covered, whatever that. On the Watchtower? Yeah. The famous ones I'll know. I'm not a big music guy in general.
You're not?
No, when you would do that shit with your old producer, like test him on music knowledge,
would know it?
I'm just as bad. Yeah.
What music do you like?
I wouldn't know any of them.
I mean, like Eminem, Taylor Swift, Rolling Stones, Beatles, all different kinds of shit. Billy Joel.
Okay.
Yeah.
You think Eminem's the best rapper?
Yes. Yeah.
Billy, you like Billy? I don't like Billy Joel. Who you like, Steve? What music do you like?
I like Leonard Skinner.
Okay.
I like Billy Joel, too.
Okay. There you go. You covered it all. So let me do this story quick. Well, I don't know. Which story do you like best? Do you want to do the Edelman story? Do you want to do the gender reveal cake, which I kind of like? The restaurants one's interesting. What are we doing?
We could take a quick break here. And come
are we
back.
taking a break, though, or no? What are we doing?
We could take a quick break, go to the bathroom, come back, and do the Edelman story.
Or we just jump? Are we breaking?
Jump right back in, no ads, yeah.
Oh, do you have to go to the bathroom? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, a little bit.
Do you have to urinate? All right, go ahead. We'll take a break. Go ahead. Go pee. Go ahead. You're allowed to. Go. I just saw on Twitter I am followed by, I'm going to screw this up, so I'll ask you to do it. Mike. He has 0 followers, but he just followed me on Twitter. It's Blind Mike backwards.
I think I just saw the same thing.
Oh, you did? How do you say Blind Mike backwards?
Ikim Denilb.
That did not get enough traction because of all the other stuff that happened on Friday. That got lost in the shuffle. Your amazing ability to say things backwards.
I don't know if amazing. Amazing seems a little strong.
I'll have to go back and promo it.
I guess. I found it interesting, though.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm followed by him.
Yeah. I'm sure that'll be a great account.
I'm sure that'll last a long time.
There's a lot to do with that. No one will be like, what the fuck is this?
I'm sure it's just going to retweet everything you tweet, only backwards.
Are there any Blind Mike parody accounts?
There's Kind Mike.
Oh, I've seen that one. Yeah.
And there's I think there's one that says like I'm a coattail rider or coattail riding geary or something like that.
That sounds about right.
Yeah.
So I am happy to be at Barstool. Obviously thrilled for a million reasons. It's been great. We're in our third week here, by the way. The numbers have been great. Downloads, they seem really happy. When I talk to them, they seem thrilled. So great. Awesome. We're just going to do our thing. And I do feel like, happily, I've said this to you guys before, that we're on, I think, our own little island, which is nice. Like, we are removed from everything. I think we can be as busy or not busy as much as we want. I don't think I told you this. I'm actually going to New York on July 16th.
Yes.
I did tell you that.
Yes.
Okay. I did?
Yeah.
Okay. I told you that. So I'm there July 16th. How's that show going to be? Who's going to produce that? Do we know?
I think Fowler will have you taken care of.
Okay. And I'm going to have KFC with me for that show.
Nice.
He's going to do the show with me.
Oh, boy.
Why? What does that mean?
Well, just stepping on my toes a little bit, you know? I feel like we've got some.
Ooh, did you feel a little jealous right there?
He's booking his plane ticket
He'll
tonight.
probably move here to Framingham.
KFC's got fucked up eyes, you know?
I think if the show's really good, I think he'll want to move full-time to Saxonville and make a living here. Don't worry, Mike. You want to come with us to New York?
I'm down.
Okay.
I'm sure you'd love that. Nice car ride down.
I mean, it would not be with me. Just so you know. You're
going to get an Uber down to New York?
Yeah.
You should come down. Why not? Because I'm doing that day, just so you people know, I'm doing a Reddit AMA with Barstool that day.
All right.
Are you doing it on main Reddit or on the Barstool subreddit?
I have no idea. I don't even know what any of that means. What AMA, I assume, means what?
Just answering questions.
Ask me anything. Okay.
Maybe
a sexual
maybe
thing.
Kingpin Pete will drive me down. I'll have some protection.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Is he allowed to leave the state?
As far as I know, yeah.
Is he? Okay. What's his name?
Pete.
Pete. Okay. Just wanted to make sure.
Nothing other than that. Just Pete.
Well, the good thing about Pete is it's a smart move. Like, his real name is so far removed from that. He's smooth. He's shrewd. Like, I was like, really? Like, Harold? Like, it doesn't.
One of the anonymous Twitter accounts that wasn't like shitting on me after Friday sent me a message with a story about Kingpin Pete that was like, you should hide your anonymous sources.
I don't think it's not that seedy.
like very like we've exposed.
I think he's fine. I think he's fine.
I was say, this is not. He's not hiding from the government.
The mob's going to take him out now.
But do you guys feel that way too? Like, I mean that in a good way. Now, this is not bitching. Like, I like the fact that they do and they just let us do our thing and whatever. Like, maybe eventually we'll be. Like, first of all, we're launching it like the worst time of the year.
Yes.
In some ways to launch a show. Like, the listenership around them is just the lowest it's going to be all year, all over the place.
I mean, there's great London baseball going on.
True.
People are a little distracted.
Everyone's on vacation this week, especially in the next couple of weeks. But I actually like the fact that we can figure our shit out and then be ready to go. So I actually don't mind it. But also, they do their, like, I don't know, like, that thing last week seems so far removed from what we do. I actually like it. I don't know. So I like the fact they leave us alone. We can say what we want. We can do what we want. I haven't heard, maybe you have, other than positive feedback from upper people at Barstool, not a negative thing. Like,
nothing but positive feedback.
No, don't say this.
Everybody seems thrilled.
Don't say that. To your point, Mike, the first segment we did, 20 minutes on the Ellis thing. We could have never done that anywhere else, ever, and suggested that maybe they should have.
God forbid I disagree with that.
Right.
Then I would never, you know what I mean? Like, I'm trying for a job here. And
why are you bringing this up? So I'm going to bring more
of
just stupid shit.
Right.
So my old place, WEEI, had advertising, I guess, Thursday and Friday about this Edelman documentary that was on Showtime. Julian Edelman, I think, produced it himself, right? It's part of his company, and I didn't watch it. Edelman, I also put in the category, like, I just find him to be a bore. Like, he's a great player, great story. You can be both things. You can have a great story from a football perspective, total underdog, college quarterback, undersized, blew out his knee, and is now, I think, a Hall of Famer and a Super Bowl MVP, all that stuff. Wonderful. I don't find, and I know the other guys at Barstool, the Pardon My Take guys like him. I've never found him to be a particularly compelling guy. Maybe I'm wrong.
Not really. I mean, like, he dates supermodels and shit, so there's some interesting things to him. But yeah.
I've found him conversationally.
Yeah.
I've had 2 conversations in my life. One was, Jesus, I forget. He was at EEI for something, and we crossed each other in the hallway and talked to him. He didn't know me at all. We talked for a minute. The second time was 2 or 3 years ago. The Super Bowl was in Minneapolis. He had blown out his knee. And I went and did Barstool Radio that day. I did like a segment in downtown Minneapolis with Portnoy and KFC and is it Liz Gonzalez?
Liz Gonzalez,
yeah. So I did that show, and it was fun, and we went back and forth, and it was during the whole Reamer thing, ironically, and they bumped me for Edelman, and I was like yelling and pointing at him. I was like, "Why are you having this fucking guy on? He caught as many passes as I did this year. Fuck him." And I went out and I was like, "Hey," and he's like, "Yeah," like there was no joke. Like he was, I don't know. So I've never found him that compelling as a personality. So Alex Reamer, who I used to work with, wrote that a couple of days before they started doing advertising, saying, "Hey, I don't find him that interesting." To me, whether you like Reamer, and he's a polarizing figure sort of in New England, though obviously not as large an audience as he had a few months ago.
Should we say he's the pissant guy?
He's the guy, he's the guy who called Brady's kid a pissant and blew up, and it was the biggest story in the country for a couple of days, which was stupid, and he apologized, and whatever.
And Tom Brady hung up on you abruptly.
Yes, hung up on me.
But Brady saved him also.
One of our last Well, yeah.
In a sense. No, you don't
I
think
guess.
So?
Well, I think, whatever. I think Brady's kind of a passive-aggressive guy, but that's neither here nor there. So, please strike that, okay? Write that down, please.
Don't worry, I got that.
I'd like to have him on, but he's never going to come on. No big deal. A long way of saying, whether you agree or disagree with what Reamer wrote is fine. You can call him an asshole. You can say he called Brady's kid a pissant. You can say he's a Patriot hater. But so they shit all over him. He takes his usual beating. Fine, no problem. He's a columnist who gives his opinion, whether you think it's informed or funny or interesting. I don't care. So this is before he wrote this on, say, Monday. On Wednesday or Thursday, I guess it turns out EEI gets advertising from Showtime to do the documentary. So then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, Alex's column is gone. Like, this is so... I'm just telling you, like, I've been there, and I know people are like, oh, you talk about him all the time. I know I ranted on Gerry last week. I actually think I went too far on Gerry last week.
Really?
Yeah, I do. If I'm being honest. I think I went too far on Gerry. Not hard enough on you, too hard on Gerry.
Okay.
I probably owe Gerry something in the neighborhood of an apology, maybe. Mutt, I don't. Mutt's, a nice guy, but should not be in the business. So anyway, what are you laughing at?
He doesn't deserve it. He's just a nice guy.
Yeah, he's a nice guy. He should be selling cars or flipping pizzas. That's no big deal. Pizzas have to be flipped, right?
Yeah.
So anyway, way to defend your old pal too, by the way, Mike. So the idea. So I talked to a couple people in the building who I still talk to. My understanding is not only did they scrub the Alex column, they scrubbed a bunch of audio that was on my old show. They talked about it. They got rid of that.
Oh God!
And Edelman was scheduled to be a guest on one of the shows. I don't know which show. And Showtime or the Patriots stepped in and said, "Not as long as this column was on the site, he's not coming on."
Well, no, it's a good thing that they did this because I'm sure hundreds of thousands of people will now watch the documentary.
Yeah, I mean, it's just
now that
unbelievable.
Alex Reamer's column is
that's
gone.
That's my other takeaway. Like, so now I understand. There's two ways to look at this. Three ways almost. EEI is losing a lot of money in advertising. The ratings are down. The revenue's down.
Well, that can't be the case. They denied. They wouldn't take money from you.
That's true.
Yeah.
We should try again.
We should try again. That's true.
Fine. Good point.
Do you think that they would spike anything negative said about you?
Of course. So you could say Showtime reaches out. Maybe I'm wrong. Okay, I don't believe that Showtime, who's got a lot, they're advertising in like when something like this, they just throw a blanket over 400 sports stations in the country.
They weren't listening to EEI at 6:30 a.m.
Yeah, pick a number and say, right. I mean, you've done this, Steve. Where they're like, Milwaukee, every market we're going to advertise, right? Do you think Showtime really was like, geez? And by the way, Alex Reamer wrote a column on Tuesday. Get rid of it. No fucking chance.
No, this was an intercom sales.
It's whole excuse for the program director or whomever it was to get rid of it, just in case they were. I'm sure some sales guy alerted somebody, like, "Are we going to get rid of this?" What's worrisome to me, if I'm a consumer, is the idea that an advertiser can have that much. Now they can have some control always. That's life in radio. But to have that much control over what you write and say, over fucking whether or not Julian Edelman is, they're not saying Julian Edelman's doing fucking coke or he fucking smacks somebody around, both of the things he's never done. They're saying that he's not an interesting person.
Yeah.
And that is like worthy of getting rid of conversation and dialogue and words. That is really fucking scary. That would scare me.
And the other thing is if an advertiser can spike a story, can an advertiser just plant a story?
Of course.
Right.
Of course.
How are we going to know what's paid content?
So there's two things with that. And my thought was, first of all, isn't it EEI's job, because advertisers are going to get nervous, isn't it EEI's job to explain to them, Patriots fans hate Reamer. If Reamer writes something negative about this documentary, Patriots fans are going to go, fuck Alex Reamer, I'm watching
it's
this
actually
thing.
good. You're right, man. Weird way, it's a good way. It's galvanizing.
And then what's the harm of, instead of getting rid of it, just having whatever asshole, Andy Hart or whoever else works there, write the opposing view and say, nah, Reamer's an idiot. Here's why it's going to be a good thing.
And then turn it into a segment. Have everyone shit on Reamer and make it a controversy.
Well, yeah, I don't get the harm in that, but they just get so scared.
And of course, they'll never have the discussion we're having right now, where they say, "Gee, this happened, and this is why it happened." Like, which is way more interesting than whether or not Edelman's interesting. Like, even that is, Alex can write it. And of course, what's weird is the Patriots fans are so blind that I tweeted out something that essentially defended Alex. I was like, he's a columnist, whether you like him or not. This is what he wrote. And everyone's like, fuck him, fuck you. Brady's a pisshead. Brady's kids, how you wrote that. He's a fucking asshole. I'm like, can you look at the bigger picture here for a second? Take your fucking glasses off. Like, content, Showtime or whoever is saying this isn't allowed to be written or we're not going to advertise. That's scary shit.
Because I was about to say good for Reamer for having the balls to bash the Patriots after he's already despised by Patriots fans. But then I was like, does it take balls to be like, Edelman's boring?
No.
Like, it's not that interesting.
No, it's not even that. It's not like a scorched earth take whatsoever about Edelman.
It's a pretty mild...
He's not interesting enough to have a documentary, and some of the news is old news.
But I'm not even sure I agree with that. Like, you can be a boring person in your story. Like, his story, I would think if you're... But then again, I'm like, what market doesn't already know about the story anyway? Like, what? Like, he's undersized. He's like... What,
or if you don't know why you're going to watch it.
It's just a weird thing that, that EEI immediately was like, let's scrub. Like, it's just the way they do it. They're so fucking dumb. They're just so dumb. Has
there ever been a sports documentary that you were like, wow, that was really good, compelling?
Yeah, I just watched one on Showtime. Actually, a couple of weeks ago, Ron Artest. And it was actually really good.
That does seem interesting.
But he's a colorful figure.
Yeah, but he's changed a little bit, and he's gone through some shit.
Doesn't he have a new name?
About it.
Meta World
Peace.
Yes.
But he's changed his life, and he's sort of has had some real issues. He talked about his anxiety, his depression, his addictions, and how he has changed and tried to change his life. And I was like, this is actually pretty fucking interesting. There's plenty of good sports documentaries. The 30 for 30s, a lot of them are good. But what's scary to me is and I have to admit, let's just say that what I believe isn't the case. That Showtime said, hey, we're really pissed off that Alex Reamer wrote a column. And I would also say, my friend Rob Bradford is the editor of that. I'd be like, fuck you. Like, my guy wrote an opinion piece. This is opinion. Like, is that how it works now in newspapers and magazines and podcasts?
Right.
Like, I don't know. Like, I mean, if the Edelman documentary were willing to advertise in our podcast last week, say, and I thought Edelman's documentary was a boring story, I would still say it. Am I going to, if it came up?
That'd be a fun live read to do.
Yeah, but I'd say, hey, listen. But I would say, what do I know? Maybe I'm wrong. Watch it, and then we'll talk about it. It's not that Mike's right. You have to run away from the conversation, have somebody else come on and disagree with him, do a podcast and say, okay, off air and say, hey, I think it's boring. I don't. And then two people have opinions. It's not fucking North Korea.
Yeah.
So
anything. Go ahead, Steve.
What do you do if you're Alex here?
He's a tough spot. I mean, in a perfect world, you'd like to be able to say, fuck you, I quit, but that's not really how the world works.
I told him he should come on this podcast and say, fuck you, I quit.
Great, and then do what for a living?
Yeah, right.
That's the thing. Great.
Because he can't really work at Barstool either, you know what I mean?
Right, but Alex knows, my whole thing, obviously, in Boston, when I was leaving EEI, was the biggest media story of last year, right, by far.
Yeah.
He couldn't write about it. So once you do that, and the other thing is now for them, it's hard to point out these frauds in the media when you've just deleted shit. Not Alex himself. I'm sure he didn't delete it.
Right.
Or he might if he was told to by his bosses. You can't say, look at these pussies, look at these frauds, when you're doing the same shit. It's sort of over.
And it's tough for Alex, too, because I know he has so many people telling him you can't talk about this or you're going to lose, essentially threatening him.
Oh, I have no, you know what I mean? I have no doubt. I have no doubt.
That's got to be a tough position because he's essentially my age, a young guy.
He's 25.
That's got to be fucking tough.
Yeah, you can't, if you're him, you can't do anything. You can't. You just have to take it, I guess, if you want to stay in your job. But I found that just to be sort of an interesting, for me, juxtaposition versus where I am now. Which is nice because I used to have to deal with shit like that all the time. You'd go and you dump on something and be like, just so you know, we're starting to have conversations with that company, and I'm like, well, A, I don't give a fuck, and B, why don't you give me that? Why don't you every week, every Monday, tell my producer, who you're talking to right now, and if it's not organic, we won't fucking, it's not that big a deal. But no matter what, if you had an opinion on anything, if you waited 14 hours in a fucking tarmac and you hated the airline, it'd fucking flip out. So, I've been there, so tough spot for Alex for having an opinion. As stupid as it may be, if people may disagree with it, if Patriots fanboys don't like it, you should be concerned, and they're not, which is also weird, that people's opinions are being, suppressed. I don't know. Anyway, real quick, anything else you guys want to get to here?
Oh, are you going to hit on Andy now?
I know you got a hard on for this story. This is your kind of story. I muted him on Twitter. He's so bored. I don't like him. That's my problem. I don't like him.
I guess I think the entire story this weekend drew out the hypocrisy because,
we're sure this happened, right?
Yes, there's video of it. If Sarah Huckabee Sanders said some mean things about a CNN reporter, all of the mainstream media would be talking about it all weekend long. But now you have a reporter who's actually assaulted by some Antifa guys wearing masks.
Hey, like 3 cuts on his face.
And the mainstream media are silent about it.
Well, look, he's really hurt. Is he okay? Is he going to make it? How about that cut above his right eyebrow? Is he all right?
So as long as they don't seriously hurt a reporter,
did he get a stitch? Or
you're fine with
no,
Antifa beating up
but I have to say, he is. I followed him for a couple weeks on Twitter. He's a ruthless self-promoter.
Yes.
I'm almost when I see this, I'm just oh, now this is going to lead to more of him acting like he's
Well, he jumps in the middle of an Antifa mob and then is like, "Hey, they beat me up."
There's sort of that,
never even saw it coming.
Antifa's assholes. But you're right. The media is never going to. They can ignore this story fully. Of course.
Well, the one thing I found interesting with the media is this guy Tim Pool, who's a conservative guy.
Yeah,
he put out a montage of the media being like, "Well, sometimes when people don't respond to words, you need to resort to violence."
right.
And I was just like, where's this coming from?
Of course.
But the other thing is, he's a gay Asian guy. So this has all the elements of something that you would think the liberals would be very conservative.
But he's not a liberal.
Yeah, right.
They don't care about that. You know that.
But he's not exactly a conservative. He's kind of a centrist guy. He is a reporter.
No, he's more conservative than liberal.
In Oregon, in Portland, Oregon, I suppose he's conservative.
But if you're centrist, the liberals don't look at you. You're conservative. The centrist doesn't mean anything.
That's fair.
Yeah, I thought it was. But we know. But he could have been shot in the fucking head, and they wouldn't. I saw some people tweet out the lunatic from CNN, Tapper, tweeted out.
Tapper's not a lunatic.
But you know what I mean. He's a liberal. He tweeted out, and of course, he works at CNN, for Christ's sakes. He tweeted out, and of course, everyone is basically he's this shouldn't stand either way. And I saw a bunch of people oh, well, he deserved it. You fucking can't win.
It's the weirdest thing to me to see, Antifa goes out there, and then the Proud Boys go out there. And what are they protesting for? No one knows, but they both kind of just want to fight. And they want to get,
Is this going to happen to me at the Straight Pride Parade?
Oh, it could, yeah.
Jesus, is this happening or no?
August 31st, everything's still on. They're doing a press conference, I think they did a press conference on Friday.
You think? I saw it. It was all over the place. The coverage was unbelievable.
Huge. Massive. We'll have him back on.
I just want to have Patrick on.
Your friend Patrick. Yeah, John Hugo's
you
out
didn't
of
like the other guy?
He's a little creepy.
He's not in on the joke.
You said they're bringing somebody else in, though?
Yeah, they've got this younger guy who's apparently a minority. There's a little bit of tokenism going on, but they like him. Patrick says he's a laugh riot.
Oh, I'm sure.
It seems like that group knows their way around a joke.
Patrick's never Blind Mike when it comes to comedy. One of the great comedians of all time. Kim Severson wrote a story in the New York Times this weekend that I found interesting. Maybe we'll close with this and then something else. Maybe we'll do something else before we go. But so gender reveal cakes are not part of my life. As a parent, it's newer than my youngest. Harry.
Have you been invited to any of these parties?
I have not. Harry is 7, and we were not doing any of that shit. Have you?
I was invited to one this summer. Yeah.
Whose?
High school friend.
Did you go to it?
No, I didn't.
Okay, that person sounds like an asshole. Just so I'm sure they're nice people, but
it was a baby reveal or gender reveal barbecue.
Literally, when I tell you, I've had kids, 2 of them. I cared, my wife cared, my mom and dad cared, and their my wife's mom and dad, who already had 10 grandkids, sort of cared. That, and it ends there.
Yeah.
That's it. And even then, once you have the kid, you don't really care. It's your kid. As long as it's healthy, you don't give a fuck. If you have a gender reveal party, whether it's a barbecue or a cake or whatever, you are a fucking asshole.
My stepbrother had one.
He's an asshole.
For his first, I agree. Yeah. For his first kid. But people at the party were they were placing bets or whatever it was. And when it was revealed, people were like, fuck. Mad. I was like, what is this? What are we doing?
Did you see the gender reveal party that started a forest fire?
No, God, really?
They did something where they shot at a barrel. They were supposed to be an explosion or something to reveal the gender, and then it caught fire and burned 80,000 acres.
Oh, Jesus, God! Can you imagine? Fuck, you imagine? So this woman writes, "It's a girl, it's a boy, and for the gender reveal cake, it may be the end." I'm like, great, fantastic, good. Who needs it in their lives? A decade on, this food phenomenon, here's the New York Times at its best, has spawned videos, bakeries, and some resistance as gender issues grow more complicated. So here we go. Now, you can say whatever you want. And again, if you care about gender issues, great. If you're passionate, awesome. The idiots who have gender reveal parties don't give a shit about gender issues. They do not. If you're that selfish, like,
No.
you think they're sitting around these two 24-year-old fucking idiots, we're going to have this party, this barbecue, and they're like, you know what? Gender issues are becoming more complicated.
No,
let's not
thinking, do we paint the room blue or pink?
Yeah, should we not have this massive party? Like, it's so dumb. And if this gets rid of them, great. But they write about, in the decades since it's so. She basically says it started in like 2009 because I guess reality TV shows really kicked it off. I'm sure that's probably true.
Yep.
Began cutting open cakes dyed pink or blue and broadcasting the event on YouTube and all that stuff. So the vice president of Pop Sugar first noticed the gender reveal cake in 2010. In the decades since, bakeries dedicated solely to gender reveals have opened. Is that true? Bakeries dedicated solely to gender reveals are open?
I can't imagine that.
Seems like
cake pops,
poor business model.
They've also got to do cakes for gay weddings, let's be honest.
That's true. So, supermarket chains have developed gender reveal cake protocols for their bakers. So there you go.
So I hunted all around YouTube to try and find someone who was going to be critical of gender reveal cakes.
Right.
And I found a woman who calls herself the blasphemous feminist.
Oh, I like her.
With a hot take against gender reveal cakes. Other than that, there's just thousands of videos of actual gender reveals.
So we'll get there in a second. This brings us to another blow to the gender reveal cakes. They talk about the Colorado bakery, the gay couple. And this week, the same bakery owner was sued again, this time by a transgender woman who asked him to create a gender transition cake. All right. Fine. I mean, good. I have no problem with that. That to me is a way more interesting party than a gender reveal.
That's true, for sure.
Like, hey, I got a big announcement. Like, I don't know. There's
guess what?
It's a bigger surprise.
It's like a penis and a vagina on the same cake or something. I don't know. But like, that's a great party. I'm in on that. Molly Woodstock, a journalist in Portland, started a podcast called Gender Reveal in 2018 to tell the story of non-binary and transgender people. MX Woodstock, that's how they refer to this person because they're transgender and uses the pronouns they or them. So if it's a they or them, it's not Mr. or Mrs., it's MX. Did you know that?
How do you pronounce that?
Mix?
Mix Woodstock?
Do you think?
Who knows?
Have you ever heard of that?
No. I know the they and them stuff.
Latinx.
Right. Has received messages.
I know Zer and Zim is something.
So this person, they, has received a message from transgender people wondering how to handle invitations to gender reveal parties from coworkers or family members. Like, really? Like, it's just don't go.
No, you go up to your coworker, you punch him in the face, and tell them they have antiquated notions of gender.
If I were Miss Woods, if I were they, I would say, like, don't go to the fucking party. These people are assholes. Like, is it really this big? I'm all for, like I said, you want to change, you want to move forward, great. Do you think that anybody is like? I don't know. It's confusing me.
Well, it's like, who is it helping? The 40-year-old adults that are having a kid. Like, I've never thought, like, what was I when I was born? I know I had a penis and a dick, but what was I called? I mean, a penis and balls.
But then again, you're in the weird world where you read stuff like this. Gender reveal cakes Mix Woodstock said are losing popularity because they fetishize babies' genitals and underscore outdated social constructs of gender roles. I mean, what the fuck?
Well, fetishizing there's a different crime.
Can we ask MX Woodstock to come on?
Why not?
Thank you. They're not losing popularity. Do you think these people, again, these are mostly idiot people who watch reality television and want to be famous and be on YouTube? Do you think these fucking idiots, these meatheads, are like, you know what? This year, I know we're pregnant, we're excited, we're obnoxious, we think people really give a fuck what kind of kid we're going to have, but we're not going to do it. You know why? Because it fetishizes babies' genitals, underscores outdated social constructs of gender roles.
How fast do you walk away from that person at a party?
Oh, my God.
Isn't this just another opportunity for them to get gifts, though?
That's true. It's not
what's the gift-giving protocol at a gender reveal party?
Good question. It's not so much the noting of what sexual organs a baby has, but rather the aggressive nature of assuming what those genitals mean.
Aggressive nature.
Aggressive.
Here's what they mean to me. Like, a penis means that you're born a male, and a vagina means you're born a female, right?
Ooh, hey, hold on a second.
Write that down.
Not necessarily.
It's your choice at that point. Like, I don't understand
that.
When people who post their videos and photos of gender reveal parties on Instagram accidentally tag the Gender Reveal podcast, Mix Woodstock uses it sometimes as an opportunity to provide a little education.
Oh, that's nice. They sound like a delightful person.
This is a convenient time to remind you the genitals of your baby don't determine the baby's gender. This is a convenient time to remind you that the genitals of your baby don't determine the baby's gender. The poster usually removes the tag and blocks the podcast account. They write as fact.
That's kind of bigoted.
So I'm to believe that most of the time they block. Okay, whatever. But
is it weird that we're in a point in time now where we're supposed to refer to humans as it? Like that's the humanizing thing? Or they? Yeah.
I don't understand. I think, look, again, do whatever you want, but I think you're fighting the wrong battle here. The gender reveal people don't give a shit.
Right.
They just don't.
They're just assholes like my brother.
They're like, hey, we're going to cancel this party because of the changing. It's stupid.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. Like, I know this is a hate crime. I know I'm probably get jail for saying this. If your penis is attached to your body when you're born, you're a boy. If you have a vagina, you're a girl. As life goes on.
Open to interpretation.
Do you think women can have penises and men can have periods?
Sure.
Yes, I do. Yes, I believe that 100%.
So brave and inspiring.
As Pete Abraham taught us, if you believe hard enough, anything is possible.
I don't know. It's only I see stories like this and I think, what are we? Who is this? What's going on here? Like, who's this appealing to?
You've seen Chappelle on his Netflix comedy special on trans issues, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think he makes a good point about like how much are we asked to participate in this kind of language. Like, to what extent is someone else's self-image imposed on us?
It's a good question. Like, I've said 3 million times, and I've battled, like, I don't give a, transition all you want. Great.
Right.
Awesome. I think it should be, totally legal. I'm not paying for your surgery, but it should be legal. Well, I am probably in prison, but what I'm saying? It was up to me. If you got the money and makes you think you can make you feel better, you've gone to therapy, you're an adult, you want to do it, go ahead. You have my blessing.
Why not?
Please feel better. Great. I hope it fixes everything in your life. But, I'm not going to sit here and have a MX Woodstock tell me that, it's aggressive nature of assuming what the genitals mean. So it's a bunch of, let's even play it out where these people are sort of nice, innocent Midwest people. I'll paint this picture somewhere in Iowa. A beautiful Des Moines day. And the family comes in because, Johnny and Janie have been trying for years to have a baby. And they finally, miracle, she's pregnant. And they want to tell the grandparents what the boy, if it's going to be a boy or a girl. They care. Like, what aggressive nature, like, what, she's saying it's a girl, it's a boy. What's aggressive about that? Am I closed-minded?
You're gendering them.
Am I? Well, it is a gender.
Can you say the sex of the child is male?
No,
we have yet to determine its gender. And how old can the child be before it's allowed to determine its gender?
Well, I've had that battle. Believe me, it's why I'm here. It's a good question. But I also I was with Harry the other night, and we had to use the bathroom, so I walked him over to the men's room, and I'm thinking,
how did you make that choice?
Has he told you his preferred pronouns yet?
No, but just listen, that day may come. But what point will there no longer be a men's room and a women's room? Like, we're almost there, right?
Yeah.
I mean, and honestly, like,
it wouldn't affect my life.
Me either. Yeah. I used to battle. I'm sure you heard. I used to battle with Gerry all the time about it. I don't give a shit.
Mommy, there's a strange blind man in the bathroom.
I would be more worrisome in a bathroom than
by far. For many reasons. But like, whatever. Like, do I think some transgendered, born man, now woman is going to use the bathroom as some? No, of course not. Let them use. Who cares? But I wonder, like, is that just going to happen? Like, one day there'll be no bathrooms and they'll just be all. No men's, no women's, just the bathroom.
I think we really need to get Kurt Schilling on for this discussion.
No, I think we're good. We're good. It's just
have a lot of laughs.
It's just a strange time. New York Times obviously writes shit like this every day. It's just bizarre. I don't know. It confuses me. Give me something funny. Give me some funny sound on the show. What do we got? Oh, give me some big time baseball.
You could do Stephen A. Smith's video about the Knicks.
Yeah, let's do that. So
your buddy.
So first, give me a little big time baseball first. What do we have? Anything new?
Okay. So we've got Ben Davis asking Tony Gwynn a question about Poulos.
I believe the name you heard the first time we played this was Ben Penis.
That's right, Ben Penis. The real Ben Penis. God, can I hear the intro
Let's
first?
Get right into it, Tony.
There's Let me hear the intro first. Is it the same intro?
Yeah.
I love the intro. Look, it makes me feel good. Let me hear it. Whoa, 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 whoa.
The following is a presentation of Radio.com Sports.
Who is this guy?
Radio.com Sports presents Big Time Baseball Players Edition.
Man, that ball get out of here in a hurry.
Taking you inside the clubhouse for the biggest stories across the game with former major leaguers.
Wow.
Swings. They got former major leaguers.
Wow. So you're going to take me... So So I'm going to know what's like inside the clubhouse.
Ex-outfielder turned Radio.com sports insider and San Diego Padres analyst Tony Gwynn Jr.
They're not going to be pushed around at any point, regardless of what their record is.
And former catcher turned Radio.com sports insider and Philadelphia Phillies analyst Ben Davis.
It's very alarming. I had them right about 500.
It's all on Radio.com sports Big Time Baseball Players Edition.
Some team is going to finish around 500. Oh, my God.
Tony, Ben Penis here. Like, I want to get to this AL East battle here, but I mean, this cake issue, this gender reveal thing. I don't know. Imagine if they just started the show like that with Tony Gwynn Jr. Be like,
this is how they actually start the show.
Welcome to another edition of Big Time Baseball.
This is the one we heard last
on
time,
Radio.com
I don't
Sports.
care. I love it.
This is the Players Edition. Alongside Tony Gwynn Jr., I am Ben Davis.
It's funny because Ben and I go way back. Ben was a teammate of my father in 2000.
Keep playing.
I was kidding. I was like, this is the exact same thing.
This might be the same opener. I just pulled like the first 2 minutes of the opener.
It's a lot of fun doing this show with them.
Yeah, absolutely. And get to dig into some top stories of baseball. Yeah. And we'd like to give you a breakdown of the games and biggest headlines from our perspective as former major leaguers.
Tony, weird question for me. Like, when you're on the road over the years, like when you were, brought somebody upstairs, you ever, kind of go knuckle deep in the anus when you're...
it's funny, speaking of upstairs, Jeter with that upper deck home run. How about that?
Good timely one there.
Jeter.
Right into it, Tony. There's lots to talk about. We got tons going on in the game as we near the All-Star break, and it's hard to believe that we're even talking about the All-Star break.
It is hard to believe. It's so weird.
It's a week away.
Doesn't the All-Star break always come sooner?
It's so weird. It's so fucked up. I looked up this morning, like the world was upside down. Pigs were playing poker next to me, and I was like, "Is it
July 1st?
The All-Star game's already?" It's like
I shook my wife.
It's raining semen out here. Like, the world doesn't make any sense anymore. Wait a minute. The middle of the year, they're going to stop for a couple of days and play a baseball game? This is fucking crazy.
I ran downstairs and checked the newspaper.
A lot going on. People are moving everywhere, and one guy in particular that I'd like to talk about, and we have one guy in Albert Pujols, right, that finally made it back to St. Louis, the city that he won a Couple World Series with, the team that he won a Couple World Series with.
What is he like? Well, hold on. Finally made it. Was he DiCaprio and the Revenant? Like, finally made it back? Like, he's on a different team in a different league, and so they played this year, right?
Yeah.
He's probably been back since. Like, so what? He got to show up and got a big ovation?
Yeah, it's very exciting for a lot of people.
These people who put this together wanted me to leave. Wanted me to leave. By the way, I was going to be like the show before or after this, like in their network, in the mind that they had. Like, hey, we'll do Minihane and let his people on. They'll do his dumb stuff. And then we'll have Ben Davis on and Tony Gwynn Jr. And then, we'll have whoever. Who does the football one?
Brian Baldinger.
Yeah. Brian Baldy on. And we'll have
scuba diver.
Then we'll have Scalabrini. And then the next day, Kirk will come on. And people will listen to it. But then we'll get to the other stuff that really matters.
Well, as much as you made fun of Carabas earlier, who do you have more respect for? Because at least Carabas,
way more.
There's passion.
Yeah, he's energy.
This is just lifeless.
I mean, the thing I was
loved in the city of St. Louis, and he finally made it back.
Do you have the train schedule, Mike? I'm just out of curiosity.
This is the tone he would be talking to you if he was like
to St. Louis, and boy, what a rounding applause they gave him.
I can't shake the deal.
This week we have Manny Machado.
It's stage 4. We can't operate on it.
Able to get back to Baltimore after just leaving there last year.
They're starting their show talking about players going back to the city where they used to play. Like, where, if I were the program director, and I'm sure the program director for that does a fine job, I would say, where is the debate and conversation in that? Like, where's like today we started with Ellis, right?
Yeah.
We kind of disagree, but it's an interesting topic, sort of polarizing, interesting. Like, they're talking about baseball players playing in like on the ground where they used to play.
Well, hey, we haven't gotten Steve's take. What's your take? Albert Pujols back to St. Louis. Let's hear it.
Breathtaking.
It's unbelievable.
The only thing more beautiful than Pujols coming back to that city was the game in London.
Machado going back to Baltimore is unbelievable.
What's your take on what it's like for these guys to go back to a city?
Hold on. Do we have the answer or no? Okay.
We have a little bit of it, yeah.
Let me think. What's it like? This is Ben Penis asking Tony Gwynn Jr., correct?
Yes.
I think he's going to tell the truth, which is that it's fucking crazy. Like, it's so weird playing baseball because, usually baseball players only play in one city all year round. They never travel on the road. They play every game at the home place. They don't stay in hotels.
It's a well-known fact.
They don't eat, I don't think, during the season. They don't defecate.
They don't travel personally.
So it's going to be, for them, like going to a different city and like hitting a baseball somewhere else, I got to think it's going to fuck you up, like hardcore, I think, right?
I have a prediction what Tony Gwynn says. I think he's going to say, Albert Pujols loves to fuck. So he's going to get to see a lot of his old side pieces now that he's back in St. Louis. A lot of the ladies he hasn't seen in a while.
Pujols' dick is going to be, soaked after a weekend in St. Louis. Go ahead.
What's your take on what it's like for these guys to go back to two cities that
imagine if Tony Gwynn Jr. was like, listen, I don't want to be an asshole here, Ben. You're a really nice guy, but can you refer to me as they or them? It's just I don't mean to be, and I'm not going to your fucking kid's gender reveal. I'm not doing it. I don't give a shit about you and your kid. I'm not going to this party because it makes me uncomfortable. I don't like.
Not only them, but to the city themselves.
He did say that.
I would imagine that, especially in Albert Pujols' case, I would imagine that it meant a whole lot to him. I mean,
well, It may not be the most interesting, but they're selling it. They're selling it so well.
I would imagine that
they both sound like they fucking hate each other too. Like it's just
they carry it with the enthusiasm.
I'll tell you what this sounds like when you're at a wake. But you're not that broken up, so you're kind of in the back of the room. You're talking. You're like, the Red Sox, they've been struggling. What are they going to do?
Well, yeah, it's a good question. And Ben Penis asks him at the end, like, not only for the player, but the city itself, like the city of Baltimore. Some fucking guy in Baltimore's like, oh, Manny Machado's here this weekend, like or wherever, like
he stops his construction work. He's like, wait a second, the air is different today.
Like, who gives a shit? Jesus, these people are fucking wacko. God, is that it?
Yeah, that's it for Big Time Baseball. Do you want this Stephen A. Smith thing? I need like an explanation of what's even happening.
Well, so Stephen A., I guess now he's a big Knicks fan, right? That's his thing? Is that what it is?
Has he just become a Knicks fan?
Well, no, he's always been from New York, but I guess like now I'm sure it's like you got to, I've seen this on ESPN.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, where guys don't get the players they want, so they have to act like they're homers about their favorite team. They act all sad. When they win, they act all. It's just so bizarre.
Did you see Francesco with the Mets last week?
Yeah, that was good.
That actually might have been genuine, though.
I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
But it's just a weird, your team, and they all give each other like pretend shit. Nothing's ever real. It's weird. Stephen A., for a little backstory with me, is we had him on. He was dumping all over Brady for something, and I forget. And I had him on, I asked him, because he did this thing with Floyd Mayweather where, like, he went around his house and kissed his ass. And Mayweather is a fucking scumbag who beat women for years. And Stephen A. just joked around with him, so he hung up on us and never talked to us again. So he's a typical loser. But, hey, it's working out for him. He's fucking fooling everybody.
Yeah.
So Stephen A. did what? A video after the Knicks didn't get...
Yeah, he's like in the gym.
Right.
Jeez, just got done squatting like 10 reps
fatty,
at
by the way,
450.
Good.
Needed a few minutes to gather my composure.
Well, he's obviously joking there, right? You think, I don't know. He might not.
The one thing about Stephen A. is there's not a lot of humor.
Yeah.
No, there's a lot of bombast. And
you don't find the stay off the weed thing hilarious every time?
No, it's always nice to us. Like, I always got along really well with him. I don't know. But yeah, I never thought of him as a great humorist in like the vein of a Carlin or Pryor or a Geary. Go ahead.
Somehow, some way, I'm just trying to hold it together, Lifelong Knick fan. Years of mediocrity.
How long is this?
3 minutes. 75 minutes.
What?
I thought this was going to be it at least weeks ago. And then when I was doing First Take, and we were in Oakland, and I got word about Kyrie in Brooklyn. Realizing that meant KD in Brooklyn. Realizing that the New York Knicks were going to go without anything.
With the same passion as Martin Luther King, by the way.
Jesus Christ.
He's giving a great speech.
Give me Ben Penis dropping multiple cliches and asking stupid questions. That'll make me feel better.
Welcome to another edition of Big Time Baseball, presented here
first of all,
on
I like the fact that the PD was like, you know what, Ben? You're the host. You're the one. You're the guy who's going to...
You're going to have to reel Tony Gwynn in.
You're the guy who's going to get us in and out of traffic, and you've got a fucking, pistol of fire as a sidekick. Let him go, but once in a while you got to bring him back in. When he gets a little too crazy, you got to hook him in and line him in, because that's what Ben Penis does best, really. Ultimately.
There was more tension in the Red Sox broadcasting booth this weekend. They got a little testy between the personalities.
Go, let me hear it.
I think Gary Sanchez has a great argument here. Come on. I get it. There were a lot of runs scored yesterday, but...
It was the ESPN call.
Yeah.
What happened? They're just fighting? What's
Yeah,
on?
he just goes, come on.
Let me hear
come
Ben.
on.
Let me play the rest of 9. I want to hear Ben. I like Ben.
Sports.
It's the only Ben I like, by the way, but that's okay.
Alongside Tony Gwynn Jr., I am Ben Davis.
It's funny because Ben and I go way back. Ben
This
was
is the same
teammate
cut.
of my father.
And the show is only in
2001. And
No,
me and Ben go way.
8 and 9 are the same cut?
No, 8 is the introduction to the show that you wanted
No,
to play.
7's the intro. 8's Ben and
9.
8 is Ben Davis and Tony Gwynn talking about the show is, and 9 is Ben dropping multiple cliches. So what's 8?
I think you're confused. They just reintroduce the show every 6 minutes.
They do. No,
What's 8?
they do the intro, and then they talk about what they're going to talk about on the show.
Let me hear 8 then. Is that true? Let me hear 8. I'm going to hear this music again.
Yeah.
So, I thought we played 7 first.
No, 7 is the cut sheet wrong? Because 7 says it is
7
supposed
says
to be a British
big time
broadcaster.
baseball intro. I have 6:30. 7.
Oh boy.
Oh, so
big
no,
time
it's
baseball
it's
intro.
8, 9, 10.
Okay, so
So
what?
we played all 3 of them.
We have?
Yes, we played the intro. We played them talking about what they're
It was
going to
such a
talk about, and then
whirlwind
we
that you
played
forget.
the Ben
We'll play
Davis
10.
talking about Pool House.
We'll play 10.
Let's get right into it, Tony. There's a lot to talk about.
All right, fine. Could we get some more of that for tomorrow anyway? That'll make you feel better.
If they drop another episode, they might be taking this week off.
Well,
they're big talents.
Go through
The
them
All-Stars were just named. They can't.
Oh,
You
that was
gotta
last
get
night,
to
right?
that All-Star, yeah.
Don't even get me started. I saw Jared on Bogarts not making the team. He's
Can you
outraged.
believe it?
Fucking outraged. I actually can't believe it. It doesn't make sense to me. My
Well,
brain
hey,
doesn't
maybe
compute it.
that's where you fans come in for that final vote.
That's right. All right, so tomorrow we have Callahan's going to be here tomorrow?
Yes.
That'll be interesting.
Okay.
Well, I'll help pull the knife out of Steve's back at the end of the show.
I mean,
Will you though, or will you just stick another one?
I will.
in?
I like you.
Yeah?
I've been a big Steve fan. I'll
could
trash you when you're not around.
How much did Callahan enjoy Friday's show, do you think? First hour Friday
I
show.
said on Twitter, I would define the show as the day Dave Cullinane has been waiting for.
He's probably still coming.
I love when guys talk about the tweets they had.
I knew you would. The second I said it, I said, why don't I just say this instead of quoting myself?
Just say it. Nobody
Mike Geary. June
I
28th.
love how you separate yourself. Because I know everyone's going to give me shit for saying my. Just say it. It's okay. No one knows what you're saying. So Callahan tomorrow. We'll have a bunch of other shit, I'm sure, as well.
You're going to record one after.
Yeah, that should be interesting, by the way. Have we talked about the do we know how we can do the reads for that? Have you talked to anybody or no?
I've asked them. I think it's probably going to have to be a recording after the fact type deal.
Okay. Yeah, I think I might get next Monday off as well, Mike.
Wow.
There you go. Save yourself some money.
Nothing but
You don't have to work.
vacations.
You don't have to work.
I won't lose money coming in here.
All right. So we have that tomorrow. We have a bunch of other shit I'm sure we'll get to, and God knows what'll happen between now and then. What else? Anything else, Mike? Anything else? Promote anything? Go ahead.
Well, Trash Talk, new episode out today. So after you listen to this, listen to Trash Talk.
How about the Minifan show? They retired or what?
No, I think they're doing an episode maybe that'll be out tomorrow.
Ooh, okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah. So the Minifan show, all on blindsidepods.com.
How about you, Steve? Anything?
No, I will not be doing Blindside Pod or the Minifan show.
What's up with you and the
welcome
Minifans? It seems like things are heated.
They're a little divided. I think MHB and DEC have my back.
Is that true, Mike?
Not sure about this guy over here.
I think they do. I think they don't know quite where you land on it yet. So once you make it,
I think as soon as you formed an opinion, the rest of
you
the
only
mob
Mike
will
has your
follow.
back?
I don't know. Yesterday it was a little pig pile-ish, but everything's
When?
been cool.
You think so?
Oh, sorry, on Friday. Friday, a little pig pile.
What was he supposed to do? That's
Well, I did call him a fucking bald-faced liar.
Hey, Kirk, you're wrong. This is my guy here.
Problem with that is you can only have so many fights like that. Like, who can do it again today? It just wouldn't work.
Right.
That just doesn't work.
Because how mad can you really be?
Yeah,
at
it's
that
always
for,
the day
for a whole
after.
weekend
It's always
and,
like it's a weird thing.
Yeah.
So what's Callahan's role going to be? Where's Callahan going to be sitting tomorrow?
Probably going to be sitting right there
Steve's
on
lap.
that couch.
Okay. He does not need a microphone, correct?
I will. If you want him to have a microphone, we can give
I
him.
do not. No,
so
no,
he
no.
will not have a microphone.
So what? I mean, does he have to be here? He's going to be here for the whole show?
No, I think we're going to have him coming around 8:30. He's just going to shadow me a
interesting.
little bit. Just go through what it takes to produce the Kirk Minihane show.
What does it take exactly?
A very high level of expertise, attention to detail.
Are you ready for this big trip?
I am, yeah.
Are you?
Yeah,
What time's your flight?
It's later on the 3rd.
Later on Wednesday night.
We fly into Gatwick, and then from Gatwick to the Netherlands.
Jesus.
Yep.
What are you doing 4th of July, Mike?
Me, maybe just having a few friends over. Nothing crazy.
Oh, nice.
Not going out to the Esplanade?
No, nothing too exotic for me.
And then you're going to go watch the fireworks?
No, it doesn't. Firework for me.
There's not a lot going on.
You can imagine. This is very loud here.
What do you think I'm going to do in New York on the 16th? I know I have the Reddit thing. I'm taping my show. I think you want me to do other shit or no?
Probably.
Yeah, probably. I mean, you'll probably be
you
a
should,
celebrity
right?
there,
Maybe
right?
do
what?
Pardon my take or something like that. Promote, baby. You gotta promote.
I think there's going to be a special Call Her Daddy episode with eating ass. And
I'm the only guy for it.
Kirk Minihane, what's your theory about eating assholes?
People in the Barstool world are down on those girls, man.
Well,
I mean, not literally, but I'm saying
Portnoy snaps his fingers.
That's. I mean, it is a 180 like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah. Ask Michael Rappaport.
That's true. All right, so back tomorrow. I'm sure there'll be plenty of shit between now and then. God knows. Make sure to subscribe to the Kirk Minihane Show. Leave a review. That's the thing I think I'm going to have a hard on for now is I want more reviews. I think
more reviews.
2,500 reviews in 2 weeks is pretty damn good.
You know what would help is if you read some reviews on the podcast. Because people would be like, maybe it would be maybe he'd read my review on the podcast.
Summer's tough, but I'd like to be, like to double that in the next month or so. Get up to 5K reviews.
I like to beat the Call Her Daddy girls.
Well, how many they have? 300,000?
50, I think.
Yeah, 50 or 60,000.
But
we're 2 weeks in.
I was looking and comparing. You've surpassed podcasts that have been around for years.
Such as? Go ahead, please. It's important.
All right,
the Blind Mike podcast?
I made it up. Yeah, you passed mine and the
Mike Callahan?
show.
Good, great, awesome.
I want to know what the deal is with this Snapchat basketball podcast that's in the sports and rec category.
I don't know what that is. Never heard of it.
I've seen it. It's been number one a couple of times, right? So
really?
I guess, look,
I don't know
I'm the first one to say, like, I know nothing about the iTunes rankings, except when we're number one, we're going to act like it means we're the most downloaded,
exactly.
which of course is not true.
No.
But what it is it seems to me, the people I've talked to about it is, it's amount of social media attention you get and the new subscribers you get in that week. So the first week we were there.
Yeah.
Like, you see it all the time.
Yeah.
Some new podcast will jump up to number one, then you'll never see it again.
When you're consistently up there, it means something.
Yeah,
like Rogan and Pardon My Take
and the Daddy Girl. Yeah, those things are awesome.
Yeah.
Wherever we are, we are. If we're in the top 20, 30.
If we offered to let Blind Mike become Tim Cook's sex slave, do you think that would help with the rankings?
That would help.
I'm in.
I think the rankings are great. I mean, they seem to be thrilled with the numbers. So that's all I know. So awesome.
Positive feedback all the way around.
Good. Keep subscribing. Leave those reviews. We should do something. If we get to X amount of reviews, whether it be a live show or bring some people in or do something, we should figure out some sort of motivation.
Burn your enemies in effigy?
Yes. We keep talking about a live show, which I think we're going to do in September. Ooh. It sounds like. Once the summer's done, everyone's back. Does that make sense? Or does the summer
Makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, it doesn't make sense to tell me and Steve because we'll both be gone by then, I'm sure.
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's true. I'm looking forward to it. I'll watch it.
That's true. If we can come, it's cool. Invited. All right, back tomorrow. That's it. We'll see you tomorrow.
This was pretty reprehensible. I don't know how it can be anybody's idea of humor.